everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of One Piece Endless Horizon Voyage 2. We somehow made it past the first session, which I didn't think we would. So, cool. I'm your host, Odin. I typically play Dahlia on the main campaign. I'm also the GM for the Star Wars, the Holo Chronicle series we have on our channel. Check that out every other Monday. Not this Monday, it would be next Monday. And they swap. And yeah, so we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna go in order right now.
You never established an order.
That is true.
Let's go alphabetical. Cat first.
What?
Alphabetical order.
How does this always happen?
Hello.
Welcome to the world.
Well, fine. I'm Kat. Tonight I am playing a Chrysanthemum, and I have been waiting for this game. 2 weeks. Too long. Too long.
Trust me, I get this.
It lets me write a lot better story, though.
Fair enough.
And then
So I guess that means
you got
Clover?
me, usually your DM
Yeah.
extraordinaire every Saturday. But on these Mondays, I get to be a happy little tall lady. My name's Clover, and I put the thick in Thick as Thieves.
How many
Damn.
C's?
I'm 7 foot tall and a One Piece girl. I gotta put it in there.
How many? Yeah, I'm gonna repeat what he just said. 7 foot tall and a One Piece girl, Micah. The C's are off the page at the moment.
Oh no, the C's have turned into Q's.
Well, I must commit harigiri in my shame.
Anyways, to the fishman.
Guess that would be me now. Hello, I am Kuroshio. I am playing a warden fishman, and I met new friends.
Who didn't want to eat you.
Yeah, for once, I'm not being eaten.
Very low bar when racism is abound.
True.
So I had to judge him on something.
Oh.
All
You
right.
guys don't want to eat me? I'm hanging out with you.
Hey, he's a fish. He's schooling.
Oh my god.
And lastly,
Hi, I'm Micah. In one game I'm Bridge, in another game I'm Yordrick. In this one I'm Robert Ulysses Sherman Jackson. How do you do?
I still want to
Indeed.
give your hat the pocket fruit.
Eventually, AJ. That's not a session 2 kind of thing, though.
no, it's not. And as I said earlier, I am Odin, and I, as my favorite GM has said, you know him if you've ever watched his videos. I'm literally everyone else in the world.
I don't know, he sounds like a dingus.
Such a hack.
He is British, but he is my favorite GM.
He do be laying down the beats, though. I cannot deny my entire workout mix is almost all rustage.
I wasn't referring to Rustage. Rustage is my second favorite, but I do love Rustage. Let's see. So last where we left off, you guys just had made your way down the mountain. Actually, that's a good point. Who wants to do a recap?
I did it last time.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
Kurashiro.
What do we do?
We said it. We established someone that was going to do that last
Yeah,
time.
no, he was
I
not
think
gonna
it
do
That
was
is
you.
true.
No, it wasn't me.
No, we established he won't do it, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay, Clover. Tell us what happened last
time we did this. Oh, I was gonna compose like a recipe, and it didn't turn
Oh,
out
well.
right. By the way, didn't turn
Oh,
out
well.
good enough. Not enough happened to make it funny. Last time, I crashed a boat, and well, after I fished in the water, and I found a barrel with this weird furry Southern man in there, whatever a man is, and he just spat a lot of nonsense till my sister let him out of the barrel. But then our boat crashed, so we found this island on the Rushwan Kingdom, I guess. I got to learn what a man is, and we saw a man and a fish that were the same thing, being harassed by some fuck-ass named Randy. A living embodiment of that name. And so after chasing around the feds, getting them away from him, he helped us go all the way up a mountain to meet Louise, the Beaver Warrior. Who, after asking if we could save his granddaughter, vaguely promised us a boat, I think. Well, either way, we killed a bunch of mountain bandits, and then we got a boat, and we had to throw the boat down a mountain.
More bullet pointing what happened, but yeah, pretty much.
I did it how Clover would think.
Fair enough. As take your 1 session reroll.
Aha, I will use it right now. I
Okay.
rolled nothing, and I re-rolled nothing.
All right. Well, that's been used up. Anyways, last time we left off, Kurishiro, you just dived into the water trying to see if you could find anything that might have been remaining on their boat that had sunk on their way here. Roll me an investigation check. We'll just see if you find anything.
Let us. Oh boy, I'm sorry, boys.
11. You kind of shift around through the wreckage of it. It's a very strange looking boat. A lot of snake-like designs on it, but I mean, you've seen their companions. As you kind of go through a bunch of stuff, you realize that yeah, it seems like they're able to grab most of the stuff, but you do find down there a rather shiny-looking soup ladle that Clover must have forgotten.
I'll go ahead and grab it for Clover.
All right, you grab the soup ladle as you kind of make your way back up to the surface. As your new companion, what was her name? Mila is just kind of looking down at you, going, "So, you find anything?"
I'll just get up into the boat and I'll hold out the ladle. This was it.
You dive down into the ocean for a ladle.
You want to eat,
Yeah, I
don't
guess so.
you?
Yeah? No fair?
Then we need it. Slowly reaches my long arm across the screen and grabs.
I slowly raise my hand upward.
Zoop. I like to picture just my arm came into frame.
So,
I was down there, and it was the only thing that shined, and nothing else stood out.
Mila will kind of look at the rest of you and go, "Well, we need to get supplies. I'm gonna go talk to some people I know to grab what I can. You got the berry. Just go on over to whatever you want installed on the ship. It's probably gonna take them a day, but it's something."
So Chrysanthemum, Clover will walk over to Chrysanthemum and just start pulling out her shoulder. Kitchen.
Oh,
kitchen.
yes. Yes. Kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, let's go figure out where we get a kitchen installed. How we get a kitchen installed.
I would
Right.
suggest some better storage area, too.
Alright. Clover got her thing. She is now completely ambivalent to whatever else it's spent on.
All right. So who here is going to go put in that order?
How about
I'll go.
Sherman?
Chrysanthemum.
Sherman seems responsible.
Right.
Sure,
You can trust him with your wallet.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get at.
So are you going?
Yeah, Sherman will go.
All right. Sherman goes. Right. Seems that's it. All right. So Clover and Kuroshiro, you guys can go and do whatever you want, whether staying on the ship, getting it ready, or whatever. Chrysanthemum and Sherman, you all head over to the boatyard, the Brewery Docks shipyard. As you kind of go in there, you see this older man with a bandana on his head. He's currently smoking a pipe, feet up on the desk, just kind of half asleep, and then suddenly just snaps awake as you both walk in and goes, What? Why are you tall?
Good day, kind sir.
Why are you
Uh,
short?
Fuck are you?
I know you're talking to the person, but imagine if you said that to Sherman.
Good day, kind sir. My name is Robert Ulysses Sherman Jackson, as I put my small hand forward towards him.
Nice to meet you.
He's got little grabbies.
You see, me and my new companions have recently acquired a ship from the kind Mr. The name,
Beaver
the kind
Warrior.
Mr. Luis up on top of the mountain.
Oh, Luis, the Hebrew dude.
Indeed.
Right.
He was kind enough to allow us the ownership of one of his vessels. And along with that came with many a new responsibilities, including but are not limited to the adequate living conditions for a vessel such as that.
Yes, you need to buy the right stuff for a ship.
Exactly, and we were informed that this would be the proper establishment to look into purchasing such additions.
All right. And what is it that you want to buy?
We need
Well,
a
it
kitchen.
seems as though the first and foremost thing is we will need a kitchen.
All right. Well, a ship's kitchen's gonna run you around 35,000 berry.
Understandable, understandable. Sherman's just writing stuff down on a paper. And we were possibly thinking about increasing our storage capabilities so as to not lose anything if we were to be assaulted upon the waters.
All right. That's gonna run you around 10,000 berries in total as well.
Okay, then.
It's 45,000. Is there anything else you want?
I look up to Chrysanthemum. Considering our likely involvement on the waters, we may want to look into... What was it? It was specifically...
Storage.
what did I say? I say a vault? Or what did I say?
Either way, we need a better cargo hold.
I'll remind you that your
that's
ship.
the
I will remind you that
increase.
your ship, as of currently, can only have 2 installations.
Oh, right.
You have a small ship.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Star Wars rules, baby.
So that would be all we could do would be the kitchen and the storage then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's the good middle point because we don't have a doctor.
Uh-huh. We have 1 cannon and how many?
I
1
got
cannon,
it.
20 balls. Do we want to get... We don't have any extra sails. It might be a good idea to get extra
Yeah,
sails
probably.
or repair kit.
I'd recommend the repair kit. Because we may have to be financially frugal here.
Hmm.
But I'm not there, so my economy advice stops there.
The ship's repair kit, that put you at 55,000 berry, so that means that'd be the hard cutoff.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
you'd have 5,000 left over. That's what I mean.
We should keep his pocket change.
Yeah, we should probably just get the ship repair kit then.
All right.
We do need to be able to fix it. Sounds good to me.
Well, make it so that our new friend would have an easier time fixing it. I do not know about you, but I can just point the ship in a direction. I am not capable of quite putting one back together.
Yeah, I don't really know much about boats.
I can make that assumption based on the vessel whenever I ran into you both.
All right. Well, that means that would be 55,000 berry.
I look up to Chrysanthemum, who I'm assuming is carrying the chest of money.
Oh, I thought you would have put it in your hat.
No, it won't fit.
I
in
would
the
say,
back.
yeah, that would not fit.
Jokes aside, it has to fit in the. It has to fit through the top of the hats.
Just plops the chest down on the counter.
All right. He'll sort through it, and you never switched it over to cash, which is something you can do, but he just
Yeah.
kind of just take out treasure, and he does a rough estimate to, all right, this is around 55,000 berries worth of treasure. As you look back into the chest, there's a pitiful amount of treasure inside now, but he does
That is
kind of look
most
up.
disheartening.
He looks up to both of you and goes, all right, I'll have my boys get stuff around. I'll be on your ship first thing in the morning to do the installation. Would you like the kitchen or the storage unit done first?
I feel as though if we do not have the kitchen done quickly, I may be in danger.
Yeah, kitchen's probably a good idea.
Clover
Oh.
shark doo doo
Okay,
doo doo.
then. I will get that going.
Sir, do you understand the fury of a seemingly nice girl who does not get what she wants?
I am married, yes.
Imagine that, but no actual connection to protect you.
I was once in a relationship with that woman, yes.
Less than that, but yeah, I think you get the
Good lord.
gist.
Very well. I'll just work on the kitchen the next morning.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Enjoy the festival that's gonna happen.
Ooh, when does that start?
That starts. He looks at the clock. 2 hours from now, maybe.
Is there any
Yeah.
kind of like preparation we should do? Like I've never really been to one of these.
Well, it's more just it's the execution.
Morbid.
But well, the festival starts in 2 hours. The execution starts tomorrow, midday. So I will probably be finishing up your stuff as it's finishing up.
I must say, even if someone has done wrong, I'm not sure much about gaining joy from the killing of another person.
It's not about the joy. The Marines are just trying to set an example to any would-be pirates to cut the shit. I mean, hell, if you
Use
kill
him
the...
as a bit of a warning then.
Yeah, he's more of an example of, I think, of what they're trying to do.
Not gonna work.
Well, we'll see. I doubt his crew's just gonna let it happen. I mean, he may have been the Pirate King, but... I mean, his crew was famous. That being said, ain't really my business, and, well, with his death, there's gonna be some change around here, too. I heard the, captain of the island's gonna retire.
That's right. We met him. He was thinking about looking for a bit of a promotion, as it were.
Promote? No, I think you're thinking of, Sol. He's the, lieutenant commander.
Mhm.
Oh, you said captain of the island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Micah. Hierarchy.
Oh, okay.
It
We
is
did not
Sol's
meet
boss.
the guy.
Right.
Either way, Captain should be retiring. I'm gonna guess he's gonna name Sol his successor, whatever you want to call it. So he'll probably get promoted to captain. I'd imagine Randy will probably get promoted, and with Sol in
Ew.
charge.
Oh, no, not that boy.
Oh, right.
Dear goodness, we do not need Randy in a higher means of authority.
Well, they not like the guy, but he keeps the water safe.
He threatened to eat a person earlier today.
Yeah, the boy's got issues. I'm not going to defend that. Got some massive issues. But he is also the reason that more than 20 pirate crews have been stopped in these waters.
A whole 20?
20.
That is a number, isn't it?
He's an asshole, but he's good at what he does.
That is unfortunate.
But that also means Mark's more likely to be promoted to an ensign as well. So,
That would be something.
oh, not many fishermen get it very far into the Marines, so. Either way, you don't need to be talking to me. Enjoy the festivities. I heard there's a bounce house in the middle of town for anyone who wants to go on that. Lots of food, lots of drink.
Looks to Sherman. What's a bounce house?
Based on the context clues of the situation, I'd assume it would be a domicile of sorts that one may be rumpus in.
What?
Why?
I like to think Micah's
As
got
a means of
stories.
enjoyment, Chrysanthemum, you gotta keep up. Means of enjoyment, it's part of the festival, part of the fun.
They also have some fire eaters and like dancers, whatever. There's a small performance being put on for like local singers, stuff like
Oh.
that.
Where?
Oh, this is middle of town as well. It's right next to the bounce house. I think that starts in about 4 hours. The late night performance. A lot of the adults go. A lot of kids stay at home. A lot
Just
of
reaches
drinking.
down and starts like kind of shaking and pulling on Sherman's coat. We gotta go. We gotta go to that. We gotta do that.
Usually in a situation you pull on someone and they stay standing, you're just pulling and continually walking. Well, thank you and have a nice rest of your night.
Will do.
This is
Yes.
quite demeaning, Chrysanthemum. I'm asking you politely to stop.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have much weight behind me. I use the weight of my words to get things done, you see? And if that fails me, I then have my guns.
Okay. As you two are currently making your way towards, I believe you're heading towards the middle of the town, right?
I would assume we go back to the ship and tell them about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You make your way back to the ship. About as the time you get back, Kirishiro and Clover, you see, as well as Mila,
Mm-hmm.
come back. As she's just having a bunch of people bringing over supplies. Clover, you see her come over with a couple crates of fresh provisions, stuff to cook with. Kirishiro, you see a very large cannon with cannonballs being brought over to the ship as well. And she calls up. I was able to cash in a few favors. We should be able to do good with this.
The entire time, Clover is sitting with her feet over a railing, just softly singing to herself, Clover Shark, do 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 do, Clover Shark,
Oh my god.
on loop.
Roll me a performance.
I'm singing quietly to me.
Oh, I was gonna say, Kirishiro, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
No,
to see
no,
what
you
it
know
is
what? Now
up
you've
your head.
persuaded me. You have persuaded me. This is funny. 11.
You need to do a wisdom saving throw. Your DC is 11 to see whether this is stuck in your head.
And where
Oh,
was the
no.
intro at?
To the yep, nope, back to the left, down.
The lid.
Right there, no, left.
Right.
Micah, the lid.
Diagonal.
Ah, I see it. Okay.
90 degrees starboard.
Damn it.
Lucky for you, Kirishiro, you kind of find something else to entertain yourself.
Hey, look, anything
as-
else?
My eyes are fixated on the cannon right now.
Yeah. It's someone getting into your head, and then you see the cannon go, oh.
Ooh, cannon. Great
As
start.
they load it up. She goes, all right. Decide which side you want to put this on, because one is put in place, we're not going to be able to just move it in the middle of a fight. In the meantime... Oh, you two are back. She'll look over to Chrysanthemum and Sherman.
Indeed, and we have still some funds to work with if need be.
I'm
Cool.
still singing that song. Can Micah have to make the save too?
Are you still singing it?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say yes.
Chrysanthemum's used to it.
Yeah, I'll say Chrysanthemum, you've gone through this for your entire life.
A wisdom saving throw.
Please.
Yes, DC 11.
Damn it, my luck vampires powers are failing me.
Yeah, as Clever, you're happy to sing this tune, but everyone else is surprisingly able to drone it out.
Above game, in game, she doesn't even notice other people can hear her.
Yep.
Clover,
Meh.
we're gonna have a kitchen. Like
High
sometime
pitch.
tomorrow.
Insert high-pitched noise my natural bass voice can't make. Well, not make, that'll be heard by my microphone anyway. I could do it, but...
A small
What's the hearing
squeal.
range of a groundhog? Hold on.
I make
Don't-
a noise so high-pitched, all the dogs in the island go, what?
You want bite?
Above game, I wanted to bake a cake, but I realized no kitchen.
I mean, if you have cook's tools, you could have used those.
And I don't think without an oven that would be possible.
It would not.
We have a list of exactly what's in Cook's Tools, Micah.
Yeah, you
Fair
have
enough.
mainly pots and pans.
Mm-hmm.
Is Milo be like, all right, well, what do you guys want to do? We have till tomorrow, you said.
Yeah, they're starting on it tomorrow.
Cool.
Apparently, there'll be part of the festivities tonight before the killing happens tomorrow.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Morbid.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be singing.
They're singing here.
No, Clover, I think she means the contest that's going on.
Yeah, that's what he said it was. And something called a bounce house?
Oh yeah.
Does the house do the bouncing? That seems dangerous.
No, you go inside the house and then you bounce off the walls and everything.
Who would live there?
Clover, I
That
think you'd
also
actually have a lot of
sounds
fun.
dangerous.
Probably not a good place for me to go into.
You'd probably pop it.
I would make the recommendation, Clover, that if you do go into this bounce house, you remove any of your sharp implements from your person.
Clover's. If you look at Clover right now, she's not armed.
Where did your knives go?
In the knife drawer.
Fair enough.
Actually, no. Rather that Clover just pull out a full cloth wrap with every single chef's knife laid out perfectly and pristine. You don't keep your knives just out and about. That's how you dull them.
You may want your sister to hold on to this if you go into the bounce house, though.
Looking at Clover's figure. I'm good.
All right.
Uh,
Well, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna stay here on the ship till tomorrow, or if you guys want to head into town, we can do that too.
Oh, Clover will just pal around and keep an eye on her sister.
I think I'm
Alright.
better company with the whole group instead of being left by myself somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, part of the reason we came out here is to explore, right? So onward.
All right.
She just starts walking off.
It's
And-
always good to get a feel for different cultures while you're on a new island.
The time that you've been on this island,
That's what
you
I'm
haven't
saying.
been able to see much of it. A lot of your stuff has just been dealing with Randy and then going to get the boat. But as you're kind
Yeah,
of
to deal
walking
with
around
Randy.
now, yeah, you do see there's quite an amazing things in this town. You do see a lot of people starting to like sculpt these massive ice sculptures, some larger than even you, Clover. Just around the town. Some of them these beautiful looking sculptures of women singing, and others like this strange aquatic creature you've never seen before. Kuroshiro, you've seen this as a pink flying dolphin fish. And you see an assortment of carts just lining the streets. A lot of people trying to get people to come to them to try out the foods of the area. And in the middle of the stage, in the middle of town is a stage that clearly is meant to do, is meant for the performance and the singing. You see a small booth in front of it with a sign-up seat and a person sitting there. And then
Look at me, I ain't doing it.
a little distance to the left, you also see the as per mentioned, giant bounce house.
Now, Kat, Clover can be persuaded, but none of the songs will be that great.
It'd be amazing if Clover's at this point outsun Chrysanthemum.
Oh no.
If her big sister convinces her, Clover's down to clown.
Well, I mean, do you want to sing, Clover?
Do you want me to?
Well, yeah, but do you want to?
Okay. Then Clover signs up after hearing the affirmative.
Okay.
All you had to say.
Clover, you write your name down on the list. Chrysanthemum, I imagine you do the same.
Yep.
Alright, right below Clover's. And the person there goes, good. More performers. You'll be on, he adjusts his glasses. About, you, the largest one. You'll be on here in about an hour. and then you'll go right after her. There's a short break in between you, so we're about half an hour after her. Do whatever you need to warm up. Check out the local festivities. You got some time. Yes. Oh, is there anything you need for your performances?
Nope.
Wardrobe? No? We have a makeup man. He's very good.
What's
Makeup?
that?
Oh no.
Neither of you have heard of makeup?
No, not that. No, I've heard making it up to somebody when you screw up.
You see, makeup is this thing that typically women wear, but some men do as well. Where you put it on to help hide any blemishes of the skin, or to make yourself look more attractive or noticeable by people.
Clover and Chrysanthemum make eye contact. Skill issue. Couldn't be us.
Alright, if you don't need it, no issue.
Damn it, I can't sing the Soge King theme.
Alright, be back in an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you start wandering the festivities again, you're suddenly, you're kind of walking around, suddenly some person up on this, like, soapbox suddenly points at all of you and just goes, "You there! Yes, you four! You four! Wonderfully strange people! Come here!
Sherman, I think he's talking to you.
I am!"
He did say 4, so I believe.
I
he's
whispered
talking
to Sherman, he's got bat vision.
No, Clover, he's seeing us from the podium stand. You see, at that point, he has an ample view of the area.
Alright.
Yes, come here! I have big news! Come here!
Is this man an albatross?
He is not an albatross, but he is wearing what looks like a newsboy cappy. He is worn in very different clothing than everyone else. It looks more like 1800s newsboy like
his
attire.
origin story.
As
What
he
can we
points
do
to
for
all
you,
of you.
kind sir?
It's not what you can do for me, it's what I can do for you. You have the chance of a lifetime, friend. You and all your crew can be part of Big Morgan's Big News sale, where we, at Big Morgan's Big News, allows to get all the news, from all over the world, to you, no matter where you are. Do you want to know what's happening in the Grand Line, New World, North, South, East, or West Blue? You can read about it every week at the paper. You can pay now for subscription and have one of our lovely news coups. You see this little bird, this seagull bird with this little satchel attached to it and this little news cap. It's kind of just pecking away at some food. He will deliver news to you anywhere in the world. Whether you're at sea, you will get it. Whether you're at another island, it will be delivered to you. So, friend, what do you say?
I must say, that does sound rather enticing. How does it work, if you don't mind me asking?
I had a question from you, large fisherman friend.
Yeah. How's that bird gonna find us if we're out at sea?
See, these news crew are specially trained. You simply write your name here, pay me the gold, and we leave some berry, and we leave some of the berry with the bird to be able to find you by scent. I trust you, my friend. You can go anywhere on this island for any tests, and I will have it delivered to you.
What if I'm underwater?
Well, we do have an issue of aquatic-based deliveries, yes. But you could pay extra for the new seahorse division that we're trying to develop.
Oh, Lord.
I believe all of this.
I'm
Above game. This makes sense to me.
You guys do what you want, but I don't suggest wasting your berry here.
I don't know.
Hey.
Clover sees another animal with a hat, just like home.
Very waste of money. I will say to you, a test then. You, my good fellow, go to anywhere on this island within the next 30 minutes, and I will have my news crew deliver a letter to you.
I don't go anywhere alone on this island.
Then perhaps your
then
friends,
take
you all could go to wherever you need.
Take Sherman with you.
Almost got eaten last time.
Yes, that would be an issue. I'm sorry, what?
Who would you rather be alone?
Like,
in the
he
woods
stops
with,
for a couple of
Randy
moments,
or
like-
Bear?
He's like,
Yes, unfortunately, we had a bit of a interaction with the Randy fellow, and he spoke of eating this gentleman as I sort of tap Kuroshiro
Oh.
on the leg.
I have never heard of this Randy man, but he sounds like a dreadful being.
Oh, I take it you are not from this island neither, then.
Oh, hell no. The way I travel is by the air. And he gestures behind him. This is my basket.
That it is, that it is.
Yes. And with this basket, I simply fill this little balloon with air, and it will rise into the sky, and I have my news crew here push me along to wherever my destination be.
Ooh.
I'd like to say to those ignorant of actual One Piece in the audience, behold, the only flying machine in the entire franchise to date.
Mm-hmm.
It's this man's
Oh.
balloon. No, I am in, man. I love Big News Morgans. He's so funny.
What do you say? A test of the skill?
What is the cost you were speaking of, the berry? How much would that service
Silver
cost
bar.
as is?
Simply, when the news is delivered to you, simply dispense 200 berry into the news crew box, and get your paper delivered to you.
$2 newspaper.
I see.
200 berry a week. Very simple.
Sure, man. Come on, that sounds like your kind of thing.
News
Well-
from all over, friend. We have an exclusive
Oh.
offer right now. Exclusive news from the Marine Ford, the head of the Marines, literally the main island. We have news from there about the execution of Raja. See for yourself.
We could split it, right? Like, if we all pay a little bit and everybody gets to read the paper?
It does sound very informative due to the nature of traveling around. It is always important to be informed of your situations.
He leans over to Clover. We also have a funny section if you like to read funny things.
Sora can read. Oh wait, Clover can read Sora, Knight of the Sea. In. My God, there's Power Rangers in there. Yeah, no. Clover's in. Clover was in when she saw birds and hats.
Your friend here seems to be interested. What say the rest of you?
It does sound like a reasonable idea, honestly.
I will also say though that if you cannot pay for 1 week, no worries. Simply do not dispense your money into the box of the bird, and he will simply fly away in a moment's time. However, fail to make 3 of those, we'll have to consider you off the paper list.
Hey, you ain't gotta convince me, man. Stop. Hold on. Sold. I'm already here.
He's looking to the rest of them, to everyone else.
Sounds
Cat
perfectly
sounded like
fine
she
in
was
my. It sounds perfectly fine in my opinion.
That's 2 yeses.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Hey, 3 is enough if we cannot convince the fishman.
Fine.
Yeah, yours 50 cents a week.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, simply sign your name here, and I will give you your first newsletter via myself.
Robert Ulysses Sherman Jackson.
Yeah, let's put under Sherman's name and ruin his credit.
Wait a second.
And what is pretell the name of the ship in which we will be delivering this to?
Now you see, that's a bit of a
Clover
problem
instantly speaks
there.
up and
We
shouts the easy bake.
quite literally acquired this vessel, what, mere hours ago?
Clover's
this
already
one's probably been
writing
about
it down.
3 to 4 hours.
Clover, what are you writing?
Something.
Attempting to look over her shoulder.
Good luck. Dog, I can pick. No, you're knee height.
All right,
Attempting
let's
to look
see.
on the table you're
I'm
signing.
3 of you.
Robert
Push.
Ulysses Sherman Jackson and
I said the easy bake.
and the ship known as the Easy Bake. Is that correct?
I guess it is now.
Step
believe
1
that.
for
I like that name.
When it was written in pen.
Step 1 to do shenanigans. Be quiet until your time has come. They won't stop you.
Very well. We'll make sure the newsletter gets delivered to you very next week. But for now, please be a humble friend and take the first issue by me, Big News Morgan himself.
I reach up and look at the paper.
Right, he'll hand you the piece of paper as
We
you kind of
now-
unfold it.
I say we now have the World Economic Journal. Hell yeah.
What?
That's the name of the
As-
newspaper.
As you unfurl the newspaper, you do see quite a bit of news. You see particularly it's like front title, Gold Rogers captured. News reports that Gold Rogers' capture was done by a man known as Monkey D. Garp, known as Hero of the Marines. After a long and tiring battle, was able to single-handedly capture the Pirate King himself.
I must say that is a bit of a strange name, having an animal as your beginning name, monkey. Quite peculiar.
Okay, so it's safe to say we all look at Sherman and that cartoon blink sound happens in unison.
Why do I feel as though I'm being judged?
I gotta introduce you to these two things in my kitchen. They're a pot and a kettle.
Interesting.
As Morgan certainly starts to point over to another two people, goes, "You there! Come forward!" As he kind of tries to gesture you off. If you read further in the newspaper, it talks about some of just the standard going-ons of the world. Pirate crews, some bounty posters in there, the ruckus, new laws passed by the world government.
Any
A,
bounty posters I'll add to my case of them.
All right. You see in their investigation started into land of O'Hara written in there. You see celestial dragons, increased tax revenue for major world government allied cities. And that's about the gist of what you get. In there, Clover, you do get your first issue of...
Sora, Knight of the Sea.
Yes.
Hey, Broden, check Discord messages.
All right.
Micah, I plan to shenan more than once.
All right.
It's perfectly reasonable.
As you all kind of look around, as you kind of look at Sherman reading the newspaper, Chrysanthemum, as you kind of look around, you notice Clover's no longer near you.
What? What? Oh no, where'd she go?
Where to go? Oh no.
It's escaped.
How did we lose the big one?
Is scanning like the crowd for anybody sticking up above everyone else.
Broden, can I
Right.
roll stealth? No, I'm not trying to hide, but just for how well she's hidden.
Yeah, I'll say you roll stealth, Chrysanthemum, you roll me a perception check.
23.
I don't think you can beat that.
I can.
I'm putting the thick and thick as
Uh,
thieves, baby.
Not even with a nat 20, so no.
Yeah.
Sherman?
So
Wait,
as
no,
you look,
hold Sherman
I
up.
could.
Yeah, Cat, hold up Sherman.
I'm holding Sherman up.
Like Simba.
Alright. I would consider this assistance. If you were
Okay.
giving a higher viewpoint, roll with advantage perception.
21.
Ah, I'm
Unfortunate.
invisible.
As Sherman, you look through the crowd, you can't believe your eyes. The fact you cannot see Clover anywhere.
I must say, whenever you two were growing up, she must have been great at the game of hide and seek. Specifically the hiding
Really,
portion
really
of it.
good.
Excuse me. How?
Well, you see, Kuroshiro,
Gestures
there are
to the
many
fact
ways
that
to
she's
hide
gone.
amongst the crowd. Whether it be
That's what I mean.
Whether it be by just blending in with them or just getting out of the way of people's perception. Very frequently, people forget to just look up. Sherman looks up.
All
In
right.
this case, it does not help our situation, though. There is no
Yeah,
ceiling to hide in.
Yeah, you do not see Clover above you.
If I had to
Surprisingly.
guess, though, due to her proclivity for food, if we were to follow our noses, we may be able to find her.
Yep.
I
Let's
really
check all the
hope-
food carts.
Micah, I really hope you just find a bowl of cereal.
I'm not a toucan, though.
Yet.
All right. You check all the food carts around the area. You don't see Clover.
Hmm.
I'll say
Sure.
Clover, roll me one more stealth check, and everyone else roll me one more perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
7.
4.
I'm very glad I told Broden still singing Clover Shark.
18. Chrysanthemum, as you're kind of looking all around, trying to find her worried, you suddenly hear Clover singing, Clover Shark, doo 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 doo, Clover Shark, doo doo, in the distance. As you are sure she is heading not towards the center of town that you're already in. She's heading more back towards the boat area. You don't know why, but she is in that direction, you know.
I'm gonna start rushing over to that where I can hear her singing.
All right. As you rush...
Sherman's distracted by peanuts.
All right.
Okay, Anya.
I must say,
Hiroshio,
these
what are you
roasted
doing?
Almonds are quite enjoyable.
Yeah, what do you do,
Er-
fish boy?
Perfect.
Hmm.
What am I doing?
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
following the group at this point.
Fish boy.
All right. We'll say you follow Chrysanthemum then. Robert, you're trying to keep up as fast as you can with your little legs, scarping down peanuts. Chrysanthemum, as you catch up with Clover, you realize that she is just looking up and trying to chase this bird.
Over.
I saw a bird. It was
Okay. Well, you're likely to follow it right off the dock here if you're not careful.
Marinara's got it. He doesn't have it.
And as you finish there, you're now back towards your boat. You hear coming from this like speakerphone from the middle of town. And we're about ready to start the singing competition.
Oh,
we have
Clover
the first
gotta
up
go.
on the stage, Clover.
Okay.
Is this written with crayon?
Yes, and some letters are backwards. Yeah, so for those familiar with the One Piece dub, there's this song called Cook It Up. It's terrible. That's what I'm going with.
All right. Clover, as you get back there, you're a little late for it, but they let you perform. Roll me a performance check to see how well you do.
I'm redoing that. 18.
18, solid. As
Thank you, 4 kids.
Chrysanthemum, to your amazement of it, Clover is starting to kill it on stage as she starts not the best written song, but she puts so much heart
You
into
got
it that
it
the
in
audience
existence.
kind of just gets into it as they start clapping along with Clover.
Chrysanthemum
Clover-
is just ecstatically, just 110% supportive.
I just like
Clo-
that immediately. It's like, no, but you can't wander off. Fine. Gotta go. Wanders right back off.
Yep. Clover, as you finish the song, the entire crowd just erupts in cheers. A lot of people clapping as the man comes back on stage. He goes, "Good job, Clover. Thank you very much. It seems that's going to be a hard one to beat, audience. But who else we have up on our stage? I believe her sister, Chrysanthemum." Yes, Chrysanthemum, you are rushed up to the stage. You are now in front of this large crowd of people. As I need a performance check about what song you are singing.
I'm not familiar with One Piece a lot, but I'm gonna go with something from home to start, just something she
that's
could be
fine,
more
yeah,
confident with.
There are like 4 named songs in the entire
Yeah,
franchise.
literally, you can literally also just name any
Make
song.
anything up.
Yeah, name any song. You can literally sing Lady Gaga. We just we could just say you did.
Works for me.
All right. So Chrysanthemum starts singing Poker Face. Roll me a performance check.
Exactly the song I was
I'm
thinking of.
shocked you
Oh,
noticed it.
14.
Aha,
14.
Clover Shark do.
As Chrysanthemum, you start singing. The crowd definitely gets into it, but you do notice that they're not as into it as they were with Clover's. Clover put a lot of more pizzazz into it. So you're singing more from the soul. You're trying to just get the notes right. It's a solid performance, though, as a lot of people just kind of are nodding to the song. You finish up and people start cheering. As you see a couple more people head up on stage. I'm going to roll 3 d20s.
How the heck do you have a +9 to performance?
Expertise, baby.
Expertise. As, unfortunately, you see one person seem to outdo Clover by just an inch.
Bastard.
As this small woman comes up on stage, and the announcer goes, "Congratulations, my dear, you have won the prize. Please take this 5,000 berry prize as our esteemed thanks for your singing prowess. As for our second and third place winner, please come up here and take your consolation prize of around 1,000 berry.
Sold. I'll take $10.
As yeah, Clover, you make 1,000 berry from the performance. After that, though, it seems like the festivities are dying down for the night. As
Hey, look, another bird.
No.
they do, you are eventually led towards. Everyone starts to leave the area.
Oh, I guess it's time to go to bed.
The question is now raised, do we attempt to sleep on the ship, or do we continue and find ourselves quarters here on the land?
I'll say, you know that you would at least have hammocks on the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to the ship.
Ship sounds fine to me.
It might prevent anybody from trying anything.
Alright. You all make your way back to the ship and you settle in for the night.
Makes
As
sense
morning
to go
breaks, you all are awoken to the sounds of people starting to load stuff onto your ship for the kitchen. Clover, as you wake up and walk out, you see one of them trying to haul a fridge up onto the ship.
That looks hard. Anyway.
Now, boy, you need to lift with your knees. I say lift with your knees. Don't bend your back. That's bad for your arch.
You just hear the guy go, I know that! As they finally get it onto the ship. One of them goes, alright. Which one? Who here's the chef? What do you want it?
Clover will pick spaces that only make sense for her.
Okay. As you direct the people to start getting the stuff in there, you see Robert and Sherman and Chrysanthemum. You see the foreman, kind of yesterday, the shipbuilder, kind of directing people, telling them where to put things. You see him start to build cabinets inside where the kitchen is. And he goes, all right. Shouldn't take me more than an hour. Then I'll start heading on securing your storage area. In the meantime, I think, well, what was he? Mark wanted to see you.
Hey, Clover ain't in charge here. Captain.
I see no reason why we cannot go and speak with Mark.
I guess we probably should, yeah.
He was
Right.
a reasonable fellow before, so...
You all head off the ship. Tertiary, I'm guessing you're going with them.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
All right. As Mila's going to stay behind with the ship just to make sure everything's getting done right. As you all head off towards what looks like the marine base on the island, you see Mark currently standing outside of the marine base. He looks a little bit troubled, a little angry at some developments, but he waves to you all. He goes, "Oh, hey, good to see y'all."
What's with the sour face? Did you run into Randy in the hallway?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
yeah,
only assume how that
That's
might
a bad
sour one's
time.
mood.
yeah. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. I just want to see how you
please,
guys.
do speak your mind. It'll help you loosen up a bit if you can share your troubles with others.
All right.
Was he being racist again?
Surprisingly, no. He's in a good mood, yet not a good mood. I'm in a good mood, not in a good mood.
How could you be in two moods at once? I don't...
It's bittersweet, all right? Look, we all knew what was happening. Captain's retiring. Well, Saul got his promotion. He's now the captain of the Marine base.
That's good for him. He
Yeah,
seemed like a very upstanding gentleman.
Yeah, I got promoted to ensign, so He pulls up. I got a coat now. Eh? Pretty neat.
Very nice coat is that.
Nice.
My size and everything. Randy got promoted to lieutenant.
Not so good of an informational. for the day.
Marinara basically knots at the end of his tail to make a snake thumbs down.
Yeah, so
It is quite unfortunate news, I must say.
yeah. Granted, we're now at the same kind of level. While he's still my superior, he's like
Yeah.
he can't order me around too much now. But
I feel as though he's still going to be difficult to work with, as it were.
yeah. Well, luckily, I think Saul's gonna try something new. I think he's gonna try to keep him on the island with him to watch over him as lieutenant. And he's going to assign me to the sea, which has
It
got.
would be quite effective out on the ocean, I'd assume.
I mean, us fishermen, we know how to handle the sea.
Looks to Koroshiro.
Ain't that the truth?
But I was just kind of wondering, what are you guys' plans now?
At least I won't have to see him while we're out there.
Don't bet on it too much.
I leave the plans to my big sister.
Well, I guess we're staying for today.
All right.
And then I don't know. Something new. Some place new.
I think we're just gonna pick a
Alright,
direction
well-
and go.
I gotta make up for my performance last night.
Oh, you like performing?
Yes, she does.
say
I
that.
pushed Chrysanthemum forward.
Well, I do kind of want to be like, I don't know, like the most famous person ever. That would be fun.
And
Yeah, to beat out Rogers for that title.
The world's gonna.
As
know
I hear
your
it, he
name.
won't exactly be holding that title much longer.
Yeah, well, not after noon today. Got about 4 hours left. Word through the grapevine is his last request was to speak to Garp, the guy who caught him.
Ah, yes, the Gob gentleman, the what was it, savior of the Marines?
Hero of the
something?
Marines.
Hero of the Marines.
Yep.
Hey, Cat, check Discord.
Can't believe he actually pulled it off. But, if you're looking to get better at performing, I know a place you could go.
Broden.
Hmm.
Can I interject something?
Sure.
Gentlemen, the ladies have left. Clover and
Yeah.
Chris wandered off.
That was rude of him.
Indeed.
Either way,
Feel free to tell me of the location you was speaking of. I'll inform them of it later.
there's a place called Flat Peak Island. There's a strange place here in the South Blue, about 2 weeks sail out from here. You want to head northeast direction. You'll get there in about 2 weeks. Large 5-pillar islands. Kind of strange. Only one entrance to it, but they hold a yearly festival there every year, and well, they do a massive performance there, and they invite all sorts of people all over the South Blue, pirates included. Mm-hmm.
And what
Granted,
did you say the
pirates
name
have
of
to
this
be
location was?
Oh, Flat Peak Island.
Flat Peak Island, 2 weeks away.
Yeah, they hold a special event there. I think it's called the Peak of what was it? Whatever. I can't find it in my notes. God damn it. Either
Control
way.
F.
It's not that. It's not on that. Anyway, go to Flat Peak Island. They have the festival there. I think they call it the Peak of Festivities. But they put on a performance there. They have a cooking contest. They do a couple other things, a performance of strength. Prove you're the strongest man around.
Performance of strength, you say?
Sherman's
Now,
the
Kuroshiro, that
strongest.
may be a bit assumedly of me, but I feel like you may sweep through the competition, as it were, like a wave.
Yeah, it sounds pretty fun to me.
Yeah, well, if you go for that one, you may see me there.
I welcome
I mean-
the competition, of course.
I may not look it being only about 3 feet, 4 feet tall, but boy's got muscle.
Well, you are a fishman.
That is true. All right. Well, I just wanted to tell you that you probably won't have to worry about Randy out in the ocean.
And that is quite good news. What? Quite good news to hear. My phone is ringing. Hold on.
Good news for me, indeed.
He picks up his hat and talks into it.
I don't have to worry about someone eating me out on the ocean.
Well, sharks.
Yet.
Sea, sea beasts.
I'm not sure if Randy's
No,
ever
it's a
actually
person.
tried.
Sea
Anyways,
I mean, the sea kings are are a lot of them are sentient.
you may want to find your friends.
By the way,
Yeah.
do you look for Clover and Chrysanthemum at all?
They'll be around.
All right. Well, I'll leave the rest up to you. Roger's execution's gonna be in about 4 hours. Festival's back on. Do what you will. Just don't start any fights, please.
Just finish them.
I didn't start the last one.
No, I know. I just mean in general.
Now,
Hey, preaching to the choir on that one.
wait for my chest.
Did he have to go somewhere?
He's on the phone.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Give him a second. He's taking a phone call.
Well, while he's doing that, do you mind if we cut over to you and?
Oh, go ahead. We're not doing much.
All right.
No,
Clover,
we
for
found
example,
snacks.
what are you doing?
Well, we know Roger, and we think talking in positive ways about him dying is not something we want to listen to, so we went and found snacks.
Mm-hmm.
We got bao
Okay.
buns.
You got bao buns. All right.
Yeah, just the big comically large One Piece ones.
That you did. As you kind of wander around the festivities, you do see quite a few interesting things. You see this one guy who's like swallowing a sword. You see another person juggling like on fire balls in the air, and he keeps adding more and more. He's like at 10 at this point.
I just pointed to the sword swallower, and you said they weren't food.
They're not.
I'm still pointing. Hmm?
I'm
As
thinking maybe it's like it's got to be a trick of some kind.
as he like gets it all the way to the hills, as he suddenly like rests it on his face as he lets go, and he swirls around slowly, showing the crowd.
Dear God. Clover needs the Baku Baku no Mi.
As he slowly removes it out and takes a bow, as you see a bunch of people start dropping some berry into a hat.
See, he didn't eat it. It's not food.
Didn't swallow, doesn't count, huh?
At another distance, you can see a sign that says "Eating Competition." Set
Clover
up.
begins to wander away toward it.
I
Clover appetite, activate.
I would say, Chrysanthemum, you can see Clover wandering.
Yeah, no,
towards
I'm not
the-
hiding this time. I just started to walk forward
okay. Following Clover.
while still eating.
Say, Clover, you can easily take a seat at the competition if you like to try out.
Yes. I don't even bother with the rules.
Chrysanthemum, do you join?
No. I think I'm gonna. No.
Okay. All right. Clover. As they kind of just put this massive amount of food in front of you, I need a Constitution saving throw to see how well you eat this food.
Given that we've established I have a massive appetite, can I argue advantage or no?
Sure.
Sweet. I'm buying time for Micah.
I know.
12. I'm not great.
12. As I'll roll for 3 other people.
Clover is consistent silver medal, and I'm about it.
Yeah. As Clover, you were surprised to see that someone actually out-eats you. This rather rotund little girl who is just going toe-to-toe and starts slowly outpaces you as she finishes her meal faster.
Okay, the math says this can't be who I would be scared it is. Thank God.
As she is given a small prize of 2,000 berry. There doesn't seem to be a second place or third place prize.
Doesn't need to be. I got free food.
You did get free food.
I'm fine. I got free food. That's all. I would just say Clover didn't realize there was a competition. I thought she was just eating.
Yeah. I'll say, Kuroshiro, if you're wandering around at this point, you probably have found them.
I figured they would have wandered back to the festivities, so that's where I went.
Yeah. As you slowly make your way around, you hear at the end of the food eating competition as you see Clover and Chrysanthemum sitting there. Chrysanthemum watching.
Damn, wish I was here for that one.
You do see a small platter of like leftovers that wasn't used for the competition being given out.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna go grab me some.
Oh. Yeah, I was like, you gotta correct me on Clover. She's too full, but just eyeing it like Clover, shark hungry.
Yeah, you're able to get a decent sized meal. I would say you all are. Clover, they'll even allow you to have seconds if you're feeling
Clover,
up to
shark hungry.
You are going to throw up.
I'm good. Nah. I haven't done that in...
Begins to think, is not good at math.
Since you were little.
Since I was little. If I ever was.
Yeah, were you ever little?
Isn't everybody little? Or is there something else we don't know?
As this is happening, you see the stage that was for singing last night, slowly getting like pushed towards the back of the festival, as these 2 large chairs are put on top of it, and these slightly smaller chairs to the side. As you suddenly all hear a trumpet sound, as you see this parting crowd, as this large man walking with this woman in very fine regal clothing kind of make their way towards the stage. Standing by them, you see now Captain Soul, and a rather large, rotund man that you've never seen before. He's got about like a double chin going on, walking with Soul. Also wearing a Marine captain's uniform. He's kind of walking with a cane as they slowly make their way over to the stage. You see Randy with them too, but he looks begrudgingly there, just kind of scowling at the whole thing.
This is an above game question.
Is
that King Beer the 3rd at this point? I don't know if the 4th is taken office yet.
20 years ago, I would say that it's the 3rd. I would say next
Beer
to him,
III.
you do see his son, Prince Beer the 4th.
Yeah.
He'd take a seat next to his father on the other side. As they all seem to be getting ready for the main event, as the king seems to want to have a public seating to be with the people while he watches. As you look over, you see Saul kind of give your group a small wave of acknowledgement. As Randy, seeing that, looks over, sees you, and just kind of gives a small scowl. He kind of lowers even further into his seat.
Happy Clover wave at Randy. Just the biggest Clover wave.
Chrysanthemum give the evil squint and the eyes, like fingers to eyes, watching you.
He just kind of rolls his eyes at you, Chrysanthemum. As you smile and wave at him, Clover, you just see like a vein pop in his forehead.
And that, kids, is why you be friendly. They hate it.
as he's been told he can't do anything, as he looks like a child pouting in a chair. As that happens, though, you start to see the lights dimmer in the town, as you start seeing a projector start to turn on, as you are now seeing what looks like a large town, port city, with this large scaffolding in the middle. There's this massive crowd surrounding it, being projected onto the screen.
And if this is Roger's execution, and Clover leaves.
Yeah, it seems like it's about to start.
Yeah, yep, there goes Clover.
Say, you notice that it's being projected all throughout the town. I would say, Clover, Chrysanthemum, if you don't want to be there, you would know that the ship would probably be the best place for you to go.
Yep, okay, Sherman Koshiro adventure.
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm off the phone. I was dealing with stuff.
I told him what's happening.
To catch you up, the execution of Rogers is about to start. Chrysanthemum and Clover have made their way back to the ship because they don't want to watch it. Hiroshiro seems to be staying for the event. What do you wish to do?
Sherman would stick around to see this play out,
All right.
considering it is effectively meant to be a big, important event.
Yo, you're just like Buggy, for real, for real.
All right. As that happens, you start to see the event play. You hear the drum rolls of the Marines as it starts. As you hear the entire town start to quiet down. As you hear as you do see what looks like this very large man in a red coat with yellow tassels being walked out by the Marines slowly. As the image seems to zoom in on his face, you can see the sunken eyes yet smiling face of a man known as Goldie Rogers. As slowly he is brought towards the executioner platform. I would say, Clover and Chrysanthemum, while you are on the ship and you cannot see it, you do hear it slightly. As they do have it blasting and broadcasting throughout the town for everyone to hear.
I say, if you'd like, I do a decent Roger. And I know his last words.
Well, give me one moment. As you see him slowly being lifted up to this execution platform. And I'm going to go a little bit different. We're going to go with the live action one a little bit.
I like the live action one.
I do too. As you see a graying-haired Marine man standing on top. He has a coat on with the symbol of a vice admiral on it. As you hear people in the crowd, Hiroshiro and Sherman, you hear some people muttering like, "Holy shit, that's Garp.
This is a world.
That's actually Roger." As Roger suddenly starts to, not Roger, Garp suddenly starts to quiet the crowd as he says, "Roger, for crimes against the people and the world government, you have been sentenced to death." And he leans down and goes, "If there's anything left you would like to say before your death, speak it now."
Wait, so let me hear the deadest guy to ever die shout his last word.
Hang on, I'm getting there.
No, I meant the guy in the crowd.
I know.
Okay, he's double dead.
As you just see Roger still with a smile just sighing, and as you hear someone yell out from the crowd at the bottom, just scream out, "Roger! Where's your treasure? Where did you hide it?" As you start seeing everyone in that crowd start to pick up, even people around you start to realize what was just said and start to theorize themselves, as they all start to look at each other.
A man known as the King of the Pirates must surely have acquired a large quantity and sums of treasure of all sorts.
I'm sure he'll still never give up the location anyway.
as you hear, suddenly you hear Roger just give out a loud, echoing, deep laugh. As AJ, if you want to do the words, I'll let you do it.
I love this bit. You want my treasure? You can have it. I left everything I gathered together in one place. Now you just have to find it.
I believe that's the 4Kids version, but we'll go with
No,
it.
that's the Funimation version. The 4Kids
yeah,
version had him talking like this.
that's true. As he says those words, there's a small moment of just nothingness from the crowd. And then suddenly, everyone on the screen of the crowd you see starts chanting and starts running out of the execution platform. And suddenly you do see the man of Garp give the signal as two of the Marines drive their pole arms right into the back of Roger. You see him stumble for a moment on screen, as suddenly the people around you also start to seem to react like in a frenzy. You see some of them run desperately towards the docks and run towards ships like crazy, as all of them are yelling like come on, we gotta find it. It's like we can you imagine the treasure?
I'm going to grab Robert so he doesn't get trampled.
Good.
You grab Sherman as you pick him up. Sherman, you were about to be trampled a little bit. But you see, as you both kind of look around at it, you look back up to the screen to see them drive the pole arms even deeper into his back. As you do see the Pyrocane slump over what looks like dead, but a sickening smile on his face. As you look back towards the platform where King Beer was, you see him being escorted away by a number of Marines, as it looks like Sol and Randy are now just gone. As everyone seems to be making a break for the dock for some kind of ship.
We better get back.
Which
If
we
nothing
cut back
else.
to.
Nothing else.
Thousands took to the seas. And thus started the Great Pirate Era, as hundreds of men took to the seas in search for the treasure, One Piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we get to the ship.
Do you want me to switch to the battle screen then?
Yes. As
I am Water Clover.
Oh no.
Clover fell.
Clover and Chrysanthemum, put yourself on the ship.
Oh, we got this. Don't worry.
Mila's gonna be there with you.
Yeah. Keep dreaming. Don't give it up, Sherman.
As you all hear the final words of Roger shouted from the loudspeakers. You can't see what happens next, but you do hear a loud cheer from the crowd on the island as you all feel what feels like a small rumble even on the deck of your ship, as you just see this massive crowd of what looks like civilians running towards the docks. Some of them, you notice, suddenly point at your ship and they start charging it.
No.
As you start seeing a bunch of people make their way over. I only have 3 different types of tokens, so
that's fine.
you're gonna have some copies. As I need you all to roll for initiative, as the people of the town are in a frenzy.
Wait till the turn counter's out.
Yep.
Yo, this guy just like me, for real. Oh no, water, Sherman! He fell!
I would say in 2 rounds, Sherman and Kuroshiro, you will have made it back to the
20
ship.
For 23.16.
Natural 20. Alright.
Oh man.
Damn, Cat almost beats me with
Damn
a
it,
17.
I forgot to do that thing again.
As
You gotta click on your token. Token has to be on the map. And then...
If you don't see the circles, it doesn't count. It makes sense that you're in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Clover's
I just have
token,
to
and I guess
There you
Sherman's
go.
doctoring.
Let's hope not.
See, I hope you don't get mad at me, Sherman, but the way I was going to enter this was sprinting and not taking the dock. We were going to take the water.
you could grab him and jump in.
Yeah,
exactly
what's gonna happen.
it'll just have a little bit of a smell.
Alright.
We'll get there much faster that way.
As Chrysanthemum. Solid.
There you go, Micah. I fixed the lyrics for you. Sherman's doing that marching thing, Clover's cooking, and no one's doctoring.
Alright, we're gonna go descend in order. As Clover, you just see this crowd of people running towards your ship. Some of them holding clubs, some of them holding like a bow. Another one just, some of them pulling out daggers as they seem to be fixated on your ship.
Funny that we're allowed to use the weapon maneuvers, right?
Yep.
Okay, let me get the exact words for pinning shot then. As bonus action, marinara bow.
All right.
Just give me 1 sec to find it, please. Because I cannot open another Roll20 and look, because it'll kick me out of this game. Well, can't find it fast. There. Okay, I know where it is. It's in Google Docs.
I believe it's a hit, and then you pin them down, and they have to.
I just want to get the exact stuff so we can be fair.
Oh, I'm gonna use. I need to get good at using this like every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, break a leg. So why don't you read out the feature for everybody?
When you roll for initiative, you can use your reaction to grant a creature within 30 feet of you that you can see advantage on the first attack roll or ability check it makes before the end of its next turn.
So that's what this does. I can pin a large or smaller creature to a wall or surface by their clothing. It's if they're naked, you can say if I can use it. If I hit, they gotta make a strength save against my maneuver DC, which is my Dex plus 8 plus proficiency. And the movement speed becomes 0. So I aim at red. Red
All right.
Oldman. So I roll to attack. It won't do damage. Marinara shot. 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Yep, so I don't do any damage, but I do pin them by... So he's got to make a strength save. DC 13.
Alright, DC 13. Let me just check. He is this one. 23.
Darn it. Well, I
It's-
tore his pants a little.
Yeah, you tear his pants and he goes, "Ugh," and he kind of glares at you. He starts making his way towards the ship.
Well, that's all Clover's got.
Alright, Chrysanthemum.
Okay, one warning now. Don't do it. I don't want to kill anybody today.
We have very big snakes.
Hey, you can always knock out.
Hell, we can intimidate. We've got very big snakes.
And because these actions that I have to use are insane.
You chose this life.
I did. How do I don't even remember how to make my character move along a line that I...
Well, you have to just draw the line and then sort of move it yourself. So you just like do measure and do right click, right click, right click, right click. You'd have to do that. You can't make it move along an automatic course. You just have to plan your course out.
We're gonna go all the way down to here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're making the electrical line, aren't you?
Not right now. That's where I'm going, because it's once I finish my movement, then I can use it.
Smart. Yeah, there's just an electrical field in that path.
And then I'm gonna, as part of the electric slide, we're gonna go here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so they can't really pass that line. I get it.
It would be here. Right? No, here.
Alright, as a electrical current comes over there.
Yeah, that's gonna be my electric slide.
Alright.
And then, we will... Always forget to bring Maven on the map.
Thankfully, I use mine as a bow at all times, so I ain't gotta.
We'll go ahead and do snake bow
All right.
with
Your
Maven
bonus
as a
action
bonus
is snake
action.
bow. All right. As your snake contorts itself into a bow-like shape and stiffens.
Oh, I only have the bite programmed. I don't have the attack
Just
for
drag a
longbow.
longbow onto your thing and change its name.
Yep.
Your
Yeah, you
snake
just-
is a longbow, mine's a shortbow.
Yeah. So just put longbow onto your character sheet and then rename it to snake bow. And whenever you use the snake bow, just click on it.
Yeah, well, that's a good turn.
All right. That's your turn.
Yeah, as soon as I can get this... Oh, it won't... Right, it doesn't drag when my character sheet is popped out.
Yep. But it's not like you can shoot this turn
Alright.
anyway.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's my turn.
All right. And it's gonna be this guy's turn. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, and he is going to pull out his short bow and he's gonna take a shot at you, Chrysanthemum.
That's rude. I'm gonna have to hurt him.
Or wapow. Wow, that's a good roll.
I'm gonna have to hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or
that's gonna
damage. I want to point out they are still regular people. As that's gonna be his turn. As this one's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As he doesn't understand your technique, so he's gonna go right into it. 3, 4, 5, 6. As what happens when he goes into it?
Con save.
Con save. Or take lightning damage equal to a roll of my flare dice, which are currently d6s.
All right, con save.
And they're stunned.
6.
So
As he fails, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, that's a d6 electric damage and they're stunned.
Right, roll that d6.
4.
Or as you see him convulse, he let me move him over so I can do the thing. He kind of coughs up some blood as he just suddenly collapses to the ground, stunned, just kind of shivering almost. As it is going to be Mila's turn, seeing people get on her boat, she's not very happy about it. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. She's going to jump.
Yeah,
Because that's
probably
only
got the
5
strength for
feet.
it.
Oh, she's got the strength for it.
I like to think she's a craftsman.
Oh, she is.
Cool. I love that class.
She's gonna take her giant wooden mallet and she's gonna start whack 'em. And I'm gonna aim for this person. Go. That's gonna hit
In a parallel universe, Dworkin cries a happy tear.
for 4 damage. Bludgeoning, hurting them. And then let's see. And she's gonna use her ability Crusher. When you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet in an occupied space provided the target is no more than 1 size larger than you.
Oh, she got the Crusher feat? Hell
Yep,
yeah.
so she's gonna go here and she goes sploosh right into the water. And almost say that's gonna take a round for them to get out of that.
Plus, it's probably cold.
Oh, it's freezing. As that's gonna be her turn. As this one's gonna come up to her with I believe, a dagger and try to stab her. But 11 will miss.
See, this is what happens when you celebrate an execution. People get purgy.
Mm-hmm.
As that's gonna be her turn. Next round, you two will appear as Chrysanthemum. No, sorry, not Clover. It's your turn.
Cool, cool. This guy's stunned, so all my attacks now have advantage against this guy.
Yep.
Well, you're a little close to my sister, so advantage on sneak attack on marinara shot.
Are you being lethal?
No.
Okay. 17 will hit.
Okay, can I get a little creative with it for the funny? Because it's it's completely non-lethal. So, you see Clover with an arrow, and there's an egg tied to the end of it. Clover battle
Alright.
recipe: scramble shot. Total of 11 non-lethal as he gets hit in the head with an egg. Because the egg
You see,
goes up, arcs down, and the gravity makes it hurt.
so you see it go up and splatter down his head as he just goes limp. As he
Yay.
just falls forward, unconscious.
Now, would it cost an action to just kind of nudge his body into the water? No, he'd drown. Never mind.
Yeah, he is unconscious.
He will die. Yeah, no, that's Clover. I don't get funny bonus actions yet.
Alright. Chrysanthemum. Clover's just knocked
Uh,
out one, and Mila has pushed another to the ocean.
okay, so that first electric slide is gone.
Doesn't mean you can't do it again.
Hmm?
Doesn't mean you couldn't do it again.
That's what I was actually looking at because I'm trying to figure out if I think it only counts when I actually specifically says I have to use a flare dice for it.
Yeah, it does cost a flare die to use. So it depends on how many you have. Like, you can do funny dances equal to the amount of flare dice you have. Kind of reminds me of Ozzy, how I could have always spent those leadership dice but never did.
Well, I only have one of those right now, so
So that was it.
that was it. We are going to we're just gonna go here, and I believe with the ribbon that's close enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with a ribbon on red
Alright.
for 24.
That'll hit. For 7 slashing.
For 7,
Lethal or non-lethal?
non-lethal.
As you whip around, you tie it around his legs and you pull as he falls and smashes his head onto the thing, going unconscious.
All right. And it's up to you, but would Maven be able to make that gap?
No, I'd say it's too far.
Yeah, she'd need reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or legs.
So then we'll just go snakebow then, since I already did the.
Well, she's already a bow.
Are
All
you
that
there?
does is make them
Yeah.
turn into a longbow.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it takes an action to actually use.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
actually
So
fire it.
basically
Okay.
saying we have a living weapon, and we can make it become a weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then. Yeah, then that's gonna be my turn then.
Alright. This guy is going to do the same thing as he did last time. He's going to take a shot at you. He's going to whoop-pow. 7.
No.
Just
As you see it,
snatches out
besides
of
being 10 feet, he fires it and it goes right into the wood of the ship underneath it.
Hey,
Horrible shot.
just bought this.
I'd like to hope our shipwright sees that. It's like, no. Oh, and those two are out.
As they're gone. As Mila does in fact see that, he gets very fucking pissed. And she's just gonna walk away from her. She's gonna take a stab at her. 20 will hit for 1 damage.
Ignores it.
And she just shrugs it off as she just takes the hammer, lifts it right above her head, and brings it down on him. Two-handed. 16 will hit for 5 damage as you see it crack on him. He's still up, but he is like, he's staggering. As she's gonna come around, she's gonna take another shot with the dagger at 2. 15 will miss as she just kind of turns around and bats away the dagger. As Sherman, you guys are here now.
Oh, I'm not meant for speed above the ground.
Soggy Sherman.
I will
didn't
also
go in the
say
water.
that this person has lost her turn, but she has climbed back up onto the dock. She is soaked. So you see a woman in front of you who is bleeding, but looks a little stir crazy.
Hmm. Okay. Seeing, and very clearly, people are trying to take our ship.
Oh yeah. You do also see Chrysanthemum with an arrow sticking out of her.
Now, ma'am, I'm gonna apologize about this ahead of time, but I do believe you need to have a bit of a cognitive reset, as it were. You may have just gotten a bit in the moment, as I'm gonna reach down and technically, it has advantage if someone's wearing metal armor. Could I get advantage with shocking grass since she's currently wet?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Wow. 7.
7 will miss as she sees the electric. She immediately realizes, oh, I don't want to get hit by that, and just drops. And like quickly gets back up after. Just nope.
Jumped your
That
hand
looks
like...
unpleasant.
Yeah, she jumped your hand like it was a skip it.
Yeah.
Enough. And that's my turn.
Damn,
Right.
God, those are a skip it.
Kuroshiro, where are you popping up?
Hey.
You are underwater, so you can pop up anywhere.
I think we came in from the same direction. But I'm
Alright,
Damn it, I pulled in the cat again.
Hey. You do it all the time. Don't call it a me when you
I'm
do
gonna call it out
too.
on you.
I'm gonna call it a you. She's not the one who's ever done this.
She mutes herself all the time.
I like to think that we came in from the same direction. I'm just gonna jump into the water. He's gonna stay on the dock.
All right.
I'll go right underneath this person, and I'll just come up and smack them with the ass end of the trident.
All right. You suddenly swoosh out of the water. Did you go to hit him?
Fudge.
9
What a
will
roll.
miss.
Well, shit.
Do you jump onto the dock or you just dive back down?
I'm gonna get up on the dock.
All right. So you would be about here then. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Clover.
Okay. I keep pulling up the snake sheet by mistake. Well, this is the guy who kept shooting at my big sister. And there's an ally within 5 feet, so sir, your ass is grass. Yeah, Clover just going with another marinara shot. I am a ranged character.
All right.
Into the water.
Yep. Into the water.
That arrow is
Hit-
gone forever.
Yep.
Sorry,
that your
I
turn?
don't want to hit the ship. Yeah, it's Clover's turn. I don't have fun bonus actions yet. I'm still level 1.
All right. Chrysanthemum.
Refreshing myself real quick on jumping in 5e. I can make it
Yeah, you could.
I believe so. Yeah,
on the
'cause
dot, but I can. It's 3
it's
plus your
only
strength
5
modifier.
feet. Yeah.
I think it's 3 squares plus your strength modifier, isn't it? No, that doesn't make sense.
No. No, I think you can make this one gap though.
Yeah, so I will jump over here.
All right. You had your bow with you, so your bow will now be here with you.
And this guy been shooting at me, so we're gonna go with the guy just right in front of me
All right.
with the ribbon. There's no disadvantage for whip and melee, right? No.
I don't think so. I think it's just a weapon with reach.
Correct, there's no disadvantage.
Hiya, 7.
As he ducks under it, as it just kind of flutters harmlessly across Mila.
Ooh! Scary ribbon.
Yep. As that's your turn.
Um.
Still have your bonus action.
Yeah, so I was looking to see if there was... nope, that's it.
Alright. As it's his turn, he's gonna go here, still within range of all of you, but he is gonna take a disadvantage shot at you. With his bow. 5.
No.
As you kind of bring the ribbon around his eyes, he goes, huh, as suddenly it goes wide. Mila, not wanting to knock this guy into the water, is going to turn to this woman and just going to... Wow. 10 hits. Technically be a 12, but it still hits. For 9, as just knocks her out cold. And that's going to be her turn. This woman is going to look towards you, Sherman, as she grabs her dagger and goes to first stabby stab.
I'd rather you not, ma'am.
8.
She does not.
Yeah, she goes a little too far up. And Sherman, she is just trying to stab you.
Ma'am, I can understand my action may have been seen as hostile, but you went for something that could have killed me. And that is just very improper.
That's bad, okay.
Hmm?
That's bad, okay.
Yeah. I go for another shocking grasp on her.
Alright.
A 22 this time.
That will hit.
For 2 lightning damage.
I believe that will do it. I believe this was for unconscious.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do a cognitive reset.
As you see her collapse onto the deck of the pier.
Now, maybe a nap will help you rethink your options. As I step forward and I start pulling out my gun.
Hiroshiro.
Alright. Well, everybody else is unconscious, so I'll just walk up to this guy here. You can go ahead and swing at him with the butt end. That's to not kill him. Hopefully.
That will hit. As he also bonk right unconscious onto the deck. As you see, you have knocked out the first wave of civilians. You do see your, like, the person who's been installing stuff on your ship come up now afterwards. He goes, alright, well, I installed the thing. We should be good. What the hell's happened?
Thousands of men took to the sea in search for the treasure, One Piece. So says my
Long
snake.
story short, the Pirate King's dead. Now everybody wants his treasure. We gotta go.
They're trying to
Doesn't
steal our ship.
exactly
Oh.
make much sense, I'm gonna be honest. There was no information in that announcement of where to even look.
Not at all.
As you say that, you hear a loud explosion. As you turn behind you, you see one of the ships that was being made for the king suddenly crash into the water. As you see a massive crew of people, of what looks like now probably ex-civilians, starting to sail it away from the ship as fast as you can. I would say, Sherman, you have a telescope probably in your kit.
Yeah, I got one from the camp.
Yeah, as you kind of like pull it out and look your way across the shipyard of what's happening, you can see Randy, Soul, and Mike guarding the other ships like crazy. Each one of them with a pile of unconscious civilians next to them, as they're just fending them off.
Man, this town has gone as crazy as a bag of beans.
You also see another wave of civilians starting to make their way towards your ship.
Oh god,
Oh
we gotta
god. We do we leave or do we
Let's skedaddle, gang.
we should probably go.
go. Yeah, no, we need to go.
Clover gets
We
out
could-
the Flintstones bongos.
As the one guy who was working on your ship goes, I'll grab him, and he just like takes him off the ship.
Hey, get off or come along for the ride.
I'm good.
Clover takes her spot at the helm because I am the helmsman.
Mila immediately just points to Chrysanthemum and Kirishiro. Get the ropes, tie them down, get the sails furled now.
Done. I'm hollering out a suggestion as we're doing this. Like, maybe lend the captain a hand? We could always, I don't know, take out the dock leading to the ship with a cannonball?
If we want to add destruction to property,
Piracy.
there's
They would
Piracy.
thank us for it. You know it.
just she will look at you, Chrysanthemum, for a moment and goes, "You did leave a bunch of unconscious people on that dock."
Yeah, we're not hitting the dog with a cannonball.
Would have been
I
fun.
mean, I have another idea. She comes over here, she kicks the board that's connecting you to the dock, and he goes, "Go."
No, I was talking about the dock where the captain and
shooting
Randy and
this,
everybody were...
So they can't. More of them couldn't run and like maybe jump or shoot at us.
Because they were protecting that other ship. It was like... Above game, it was Chrysanthemum's last, like, hey, you're welcome for helping you. We're gonna take out the dock leading to your big-ass ship that you're trying to protect so nobody can get to it now.
Maybe we can aim at Randy.
I do not believe that would be advantageous to us. Though if we
To-
do
to
get within
them.
range, I could assist them with some cover and fire, as it were, as I start pulling a rifle out of my hat.
That works too, just trying to help out friends that helped us. Minus Randy.
All right, so
Because
Suggest we get
I
moving.
suck.
All right,
Yeah,
I need a water vehicles check from you, Clover.
Gotcha. Dexterity.
Yes.
Given my class, is there any possibility of me, like, using performance in a way to just sort of rally the group?
To hype up
To
the
help them
pirates.
with...
You know
Yeah,
what?
to
Roll
hype
me-
up
roll
the
me-
pirates.
Roll me a performance check.
I got a 16.
I got 12. Damn.
12. I want to say
oh.
you're doing good enough to get people moving, but there's no added benefits as
Yeah.
Milo starts to unravel the sails. Sherman, you start to take like rest with your rifle towards the docks. Kirishiro, in any way you think you can help out, let me know and I will see how we can roll for it.
Turn them sails.
Yeah, I guess I'd be
Strength for
taking the
that.
ropes and
Yeah, we
turning the
rope,
sails.
man.
All right, as you start working the sails in Mila, you start the ship You turn the ship as you are now starting to face the docks. You can see it looks like as of right now, the now Captain's Soul is not having any issue. Mike's having a little bit of trouble, and Randy is also just kind of doing fine on his own.
Man, if only he was enraged, I would have done Clover Battle Rest Beat. Rotten Egg Shot.
Oh, if there's... I was gonna say, if there's any way we could help Mark.
I got a short bow.
So
My
there's
range
definitely a way.
is
Yeah,
small.
if you want
Passing by
to.
shot.
My musket has a range of 320.
Actually,
I would say, yeah,
short
if
bow.
you want to, you could sail by Mark's thing and help take out a few. I would say, because there's no much retaliation from you, as you're sailing by, roll me a d20.
Who?
Sherman.
Sherman.
Yeah, 17.
17. You are able to shoot a lot of people. But non-lethally, of course.
Specifically debilitating them.
Yeah. As you do so, you do see Mark start to get back into control of the situation. You see the last two docks, though, that are manned by regular Marines are overtaken as two more ships are taken and put out to sea. But you do see Mark kind of look over towards your ship as it's starting to sail away. As he's just kind of... He gives a nod to you, knowing who it is. You can see through your scope.
Chrysanthemum is 100% like up on the mast, just hanging off of it, waving, "Catch you later!"
As you start to make your way out to sea, I think we're just going to take a break.
Okay. Yes. And you're back.
All right. As you have made it out of the Rashwan Kingdom, you are now at open sea. I will remind both Kirishiro and Sherman the destination that was given to you. So it's up to you.
yeah, the
You-
flat peak Island.
Yeah.
I do inform both of you
I wrote it
of
down.
I do inform both of you of your rude departure. Made it unavailable for you to gather this information, but I present it to you otherwise.
Oh, well,
Hmm.
I just didn't want to watch that.
Marinara
No,
angry
not
hisses.
that
at-
one.
Marinara angry hisses
No,
at
it's when we were
Sherman.
talking to.
Yeah, well, we were talking to Mark.
We don't want to talk about it either.
We're not talking about the
We weren't
execution.
talking about.
You
the-
briefly were, and that was enough.
No, we weren't.
No, hand to fucking God, it was mentioned in that conversation, and even minorly, that's when Clover left.
Hmm.
Yeah, bringing it
No,
up
my
is how you get
bullets.
Clover to walk.
Anyway,
He really was a nice guy.
Did he die or just become a jerk?
Clover, it was his execution.
Oh, I thought you meant Mark.
no.
Mark was a nice guy. Did he die?
What? What?
Sherman, no!
I had one more bullet.
Sherman
All it takes
breathed a
is
bit.
one bullet.
So it may behoove us, if you are interested in that competition, we start heading in that direction. It may be a means of us acquiring ample funds as well.
Yes. Oh, I need to practice.
Wait, does anyone else have water vehicles?
Yes.
I
I believe 3 of you do.
I tell whoever does take the wheel as I immediately walk away to do something in the kitchen. Right now, I'll message it to you.
All right.
Sherman just pulls a stool up, sets it in, steps on, and starts steering.
I'll just go ahead and handle the sales from here.
All right. So, real quick, Kirishiro, can you drive a ship? Because Sherman would need to navigate. Because you
Is
could
it
not do
dex-
both.
Is it dexterity based?
It's what you need water vehicles.
Water vehicle.
I don't know if I added that at all. I don't know.
All right.
Well, then
would you-
no.
Water vehicle in there?
I don't think that it was ever talked about.
It was either
We're
in
gonna
your
have to go over
background
your
or.
character
I know it's
Cat,
not a
real
class
quick,
feature.
for right now, Cat, if you could check his sheet. In which case, for now, Sherman, roll me a navigation check. In which case,
I
this
don't-
will mean that it will take you a little bit more time to start get going.
I don't see it on his sheet. Like I said, we'll just have to go through his backgrounds again and all that and make sure, just in case he missed something.
All right.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
in this
15.
case, 15 for navigation.
Yes.
All right. Then
If
roll
he's
me.
using the guard or soldier background, he would have land vehicles, which I guess would be translated to sea vehicles.
I have the city watch.
Yeah, those give you land vehicles, I believe.
Where's your background at? I'll go ahead. I'll look at his
Yeah, yeah. Let's keep moving. Broden, I sent. You can see what I rolled.
Yep.
So
Okay.
in about a little bit of time, Clover just comes out from below deck, holding a very immaculate cake with a bunch of candles, like Isaac did in that episode of the Orville. I have a cake.
All right. Sherman, you were able to navigate pretty well where you need to go. I'll need a water vehicle check to see how that goes. But you are confident in the course you were making. Yeah, but you all also see Clover come out not too long into about to set out, just holding this massive, very beautiful looking cake.
Yeah, it's got each person's face as best as Clover could in frosting. And when I say as best as I could, I got a 23.
Yeah, so it's pretty damn close.
I got a cake now.
Are my cheeks really that fat?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah, Mylan next to you. Yep.
Not sure how I feel about that, especially being represented in confectionaries.
No, you gotta own it. It could be, if you own it, it's endearing. If you don't, it's just an insecurity. Take note, kids.
What attribute am I using, Broden?
I believe.
No tool proficiencies from his background.
Alright then.
Okay.
Only Sherman and I can drive.
I would say, Clover, if you want to, you can now take the wheel.
Yeah, I say,
Or Sherman can.
I'll take the wheel. I hand the cake to my big sister and just say, first voyage cake.
Yes!
Broden, can I steer with Dex?
Yep. I love Dex.
I
Nine.
had cake.
Indeed. Well, Sherman would have been able to help you.
Yeah.
Hang on. Sherman would have been able to help you. Roll again at
Okay.
advantage. Roll one more
Roll one
time.
more. Okay. Don't roll
Yeah.
Cook's tools again. And then 12.
12.
Mm.
12. Pretty good.
I can maintain
Roll-
course.
You were able to maintain course. I need you to roll me also now 1d100.
41.
Was it? 41?
Yep.
Alright.
Cat.
What?
It's a chocolate cake with raspberry filling.
This is like a subset of her favorite food.
So within the 2 weeks that you were
Cake?
gone,
Cupcake? I mean,
it is rather uneventful. You all kind of helped Chrysanthemum with her singing, trying to like play up the crowd for her. Chrysanthemum, you kind of have your snake.
practice.
You have your snake kind of act like a microphone for you.
I teach her the song Clover Shark.
Indeed.
It's not hard.
As you're kind of making your way towards the next island. A little bit of weather, but otherwise you actually don't see anything on your voyage. It's rather uneventful.
Sherman's just on the deck with one of those little sunbathing mirrors and his bubble pipe. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Sherman,
Yeah,
I
tell
don't
me-
know where I'm going.
Turn left.
I turn up.
Describe to me what your characters would be doing to pass the time, as it is a 2-week voyage, which also want to point out, someone mark it down, would be 14 days worth of rations for 4 people.
Mikey, mind being responsible. Cat has to do it in the other game. And
Yes,
I have to do
please.
it, and I have to do it the other Mondays.
Can you give me a note for it, Broden?
You have 70 rations, you lose 56.
I think he wants a roll 20 handout.
So I was
I
actually
can do
gonna
that.
do something to pass time since I'm not driving or doing anything
Yeah, no,
else.
go ahead. We're just
Go right
trying
ahead.
to keep track of logistics.
Well, I was gonna try to hopefully help with the ration situation and catch fish throughout the day.
Hey, look at him go. Oh,
All right.
Gordon, remember, we have the kitchen, so my rations don't count.
I know, well, you have 5 people on this crew.
Yeah, I thought you said it discounts one person.
It does.
Yeah,
You have 5 people.
Okay,
So
yeah,
4.
yep.
4 times 14, 56.
Yep.
Alright, boat inventory, all players.
Oh, no, sir. It just fully halves the amount of rations used all day. It doesn't just discount one person, it's the whole, in general, half use. So that makes it
Oh, I did, yeah.
28 rations used.
Yeah, 3 times 4.
Okay, I'm still gonna catch his fish.
Yeah, that would definitely help, too. I'm just saying, like, for Micah's bookkeeping.
Gotta
Yeah,
change
5
that.
people, half it. I'm gonna make that 3, so it's 3 times 14.
and does his fishing help at all?
Roll me an athletics check to see how well you do with catching fish.
Yeah.
You're not 15. I would say that in 14 weeks, you're able to probably half the amount of rations used. So I would say that you end up using. You lose 21 rations in total
That's great.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
out
not
of-
bad.
out of 70.
So that'd be 49.
Mhm.
And then the berry that was left over from the purchases was 5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and with not including whatever you all had on your persons. But
Yeah.
I'd
So like
imagine
group
you'd-
funds is 5,000 right now, I think.
Yeah. As you make your way out towards Five Peak Island, eventually you see it in the distance. This-
How much of the vodka would we have drank on this 2 weeks?
Depends how much you guys want to drink.
Clover is only 19.
You got 2 weeks of nothingness.
I'm a sober man. I play sober characters.
Here's the real question: how much did we bring?
It's 2 small barrels of vodka.
Yeah,
but
it's
Two small
in
barrels.
the One Piece chat.
It didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
Wow.
No. Heavy drinker, Kuroshiro. Love that. Love
Drink
that.
like a fish.
Yeah! Like a
Yes,
fish
sir.
with water. Let's go.
Yeah,
You said small barrels, okay?
10 mugs per
Chrysanthemum-
barrel.
They're about 10 mugs per barrel.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it didn't
Chrysanthemum probably had a few.
I would say Mila definitely had a few too. She's not of age, but she's a pirate. She's drinking.
You may want to move boat inventory out of kingdom shops.
As you down pretty much all you had. You actually finish up the last of the barrel as you start to see landfall. As you see this large 5 just pillars just coming up from the ocean. They're nearly flat, sheer surface
Now
coming
that
up from them.
is a sad, isn't it?
And on the very top of them, you see what looks like different structures built onto them. And in the very first island that you're coming to of them, the very first pillar, you do see a docking area, but you don't see one around any of the other ones. As you start to make your way and dock into the port, you see a very large ship that you kind of dock right next to. 3 massive sails on it. You get off and you are now standing on the docks of the island. You can
Chrysanthemum
hear the
just
city
has-
above you.
Does some stretches, a little bit of hopping about. Get the land legs back.
First thing I'm gonna do is look around and see if there's any other fishermen around.
I would say that as you're kind of looking for other fishmen, as you look at the giant ship, you do notice the pirate flag on it that has the symbol of a skull with a mermaid tail on it. And you see up on deck what looks like these mermaids kind of just lazily just
So
wandering about in these little bubble
Clover.
tubes.
So,
We
hold
need
on.
a flag.
Yeah, I thought. Hold on. A quick about getting a question. So, Broden, is this just like a small archipelago tied together by rope bridges?
Not rope bridges, but yes.
Well, I just see like
massive
the
amount.
little ropes, so I was just confused.
I know. Massive, like, pillars that are making up archipelagos, yes.
Okay.
Like, you could not just sail to any of these. You would crash right into the wall.
I have some ideas.
Hmm?
Oh, I just have ideas if we're gonna have a flag.
We need a flag.
Now, don't mean to. You mentioned that you wanted to be the quote-unquote new Kusha pirates.
Mm-hmm.
What is your plan with that exactly? Do you plan for us to go pillaging and stealing from people?
Mean people.
So a bit of recollection from the. I'm losing my words.
If
Bit
you're
of,
saying Rob, are you gonna ask for Robin Hooding?
No.
Okay.
A bit of acquisition from those that acquired from others, then.
If I want it and they're a jerk, I'm just gonna take it. Because I want it more.
That does seem a bit more reasonable than just harming the common folk.
Oh, so Clover will get out a little piece of paper and show her sister, just Chrysanthemum, a primary design for a flag. What you think?
What are you two doing up there?
Looks at it for a moment. Rips it up into 4 pieces and tosses it into the water. No.
Brutal.
She'll get it right eventually.
My art is an explosion of flavor.
As you are all talking on the docks, you see this rather small, very wide, portly man in a 3-piece suit with a little top hat and large beard, kind of waddling his way towards you. Slowly.
Someone who likely affluence his approach and everyone be on your best behaviors at first.
Hello! Greetings! Morning to you.
Is that what time it is?
It could be evening. I don't know, my watch is broken.
And good day to you too, sir. My
day.
name is Robert Ulysses Sherman Jackson. I put
Ah.
my call forward.
Abraham Gold, pleasure to meet you.
Quite
Shake
a
your
name
hand.
there.
Yeah, this man's gonna preserve the Union.
Ah. Yes, he named to my great grandpappy.
I see. So would you be a junior then?
I suppose. Though I don't typically hold the title.
Bit too large of a distance then.
Yeah, I believe so. Either way, I am Mayor of Puff Puff. Sorry.
Yo, I love this village. Hell yeah!
I was thinking about I was thinking of the local tavern. Mayor of Flat Peak Island.
Well, I
What
must
the-
say,
You did make it to Flat Peak. Thank God.
Yeah.
I
No,
must
no,
say
you
it's
ran
the-
into no issues in your voice
Say,
here.
shows you a bunch of flat pillars. Hmm. Do you
I must say
think?
this is a very interesting location you have here.
Oh yes. It was most people are quite shocked when they first get here. They ask us all the time why our ancestors built our great place on massive pillars in the middle of the ocean. And I have to say is, well, what's the best protection for you, eh? Literally.
Be rather difficult to get up to you, and also those ornery sea kings have also difficult a time.
Exactly. Pirates, sea kings, nothing to worry about for us. Well, we're up on the top of them pillars. Well, for the most part, that is.
I'd imagine the wind gets pretty bad though.
The wind's bearable. We're able to handle it pretty well.
Looks to the two girls in skirts.
I'm in a bikini bottom.
Oh,
Hey,
She's in
Chrysanthemum wears pants.
okay.
They're very tight pants, but they're pants.
Did we just get misogynized?
I think so.
Jesus.
Yeah. Listen, if they were wearing skirts, you'd have had a view. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you know. That's it. You spend one session in the barrel. We'll still
No,
bring
not
the
barrel.
No, we'll still bring the
Clover
barrel
wears-
around.
Whoever wears bikini bottoms, Chrysanthemum wears like really low waisted tight bell bottoms.
Don't worry, Micah. We'll put wheels on the barrel and cut a little viewing hole in it, but you're in there.
I was about to say, imagine you're just carrying the barrel, fighting ensues, they place the barrel down, people are running around fighting, and then suddenly someone gets shot and they just look towards the barrel with a smoking hole.
The barrel did it.
I got a quick question for the mayor here.
Well, what be it?
Pretty traumatized by the last island I was at. No one tries
Oh.
to eat fish people here, right?
Heavens no. Oh, the man who owns the tavern up there, Justin Puff. He's a fisherman himself, and you can see here, and he points to the ship that had the mermaids on it. They're known as the Siren Pirates, you see. We allow them to come over to the island. They're actually our head performers for the local festivities that are about to take place here.
That's great news.
Competition?
Yes.
I will get off the boat and onto the dock and extend my hand for a handshake to the mayor.
Well, it's good to meet you. And he slaps his hand into yours and shakes vigorously.
My name is Kuroshio.
Pleasure,
Thank-
all mine.
Thank you for having us here.
Looks over
Aw,
at Clover.
thanks for coming.
I've seen them do that a couple of times. Is that something we should do?
I don't want to touch him.
He'll waddle say over to you. He's like, I may not look like mighty good ears, but only if you want to. And he'll just send his hand out to you.
Sorry, I handle food. I don't like to touch a lot of people.
Oh, that's
Chrysanthemum
very
will
fair.
kind of awkwardly
Very
like
fair.
extend her hand down towards him.
He
Not sure what to do.
he happily just grabs your hand, starts shaking it vigorously. Like he does the thing where like he
Oh no, he's a
lifts the
politician.
arm up and down a bunch of times. Then lets it go and he goes, as always, a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure.
That's
Well.
so weird.
It's a common greeting where we're from, but I understand if it's not from where you're from. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
It's just a handshake. It's a formal greeting. It's fine.
You seem excited for festivities, though.
Yeah, I heard there was going to be a competition here, and like I am going to be the most famous person in all the lands, so
Oh,
that's what I'm here for.
you're a little lady with big ambitions. I appreciate
Little
it. I
lady.
do.
We're gonna start with
Now.
most famous in the South, Blue.
You're the most famous in the South Blue.
No, that's where. Is that not where we are? Did I read the map wrong?
You're in the South Blue, yeah.
Okay. No, I said we're gonna start with most famous in the South, Blue. Clover's gonna help be a grounding force a little bit.
You're gonna have to eventually pass up them then. He'll point to the mermaids. The youngest is the captain of the ship. She has a beautiful, beautiful singing voice. She comes here every year. Small little thing, but she likes to perform, and fantastic, I tell you. She's the reason she's our main act.
Well, my
Clover,
big
I'm
sister
starting to think
is
I
the
didn't practice
greatest.
enough.
Well, you're a dancer. My big sister is the greatest dancer you've ever seen.
Is she now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel rude to ask to put you on the spot like this, but may I see?
Bill might have sea legs, so bear with her.
May
No,
have to wait
I
for the
understand.
You may have to wait for the competition.
Oh, of course. I mean, if she'd like to sign up for one of the acts, I'm more than willing.
Yes.
That's if we have the competition.
If anything stops it, that would make my sister sad. Point me in the right direction.
If you're willing to help, I
Immediately
wouldn't say no.
protective little sister mode.
You said if you have the competition, why wouldn't you have it?
Well, we've been having an issue here for the last couple months. Strange happenings at night, and that's when we typically hold the festival.
Strange
Yeah.
happenings such
Care
as
to
what?
elaborate? Yeah.
Oh, apologies. see,
Refuses to elaborate.
Being up on the tippy tops of them peaks, we typically avoid strange weather phenomenons that happen here at the bottom of the ocean. But the last couple months, we've had a strange mist kind of come around towards all the tops of the peaks. We have no idea what's been going on, and people have been reporting strange sightings. People describing strange sightings of monsters and creatures, and seeing loved ones since past, and all sorts of weird and strange nonsense.
Have people been harmed by these strange occurrences, or is it more just spooking people?
Well, some people have gotten harmed because of it, and other such phenomenons, and yeah, we have had one or two incidents in the middle of the night of 2 or 3 people disappearing.
Hmm.
No one who's lived on the island, though, strangely.
Slowly steps towards my big sister. Buddy system.
These people
Yeah.
that have been disappearing not of the island, they all wouldn't happen to have been performers of different lots, would they have been?
No. No, I wouldn't say they were.
Any sort of connection between the groupings of people disappearing?
Only that they head out at night into the mist, and then they're just not seen after.
Hmm.
We're not sure, perhaps maybe under the arrangement, they may have fallen off the peaks.
Looks up
I'm a-
to the big cliff sides.
It is about 150 feet up.
I do suppose if you were to fall from that height, you would not likely to be found.
No, certainly not. We do have railings up, of course. I mean, we're not stupid about it, but
Oh,
you
good,
know,
very important. Railings are always
if-
important.
if you're not in your right mind, you might still might miss them. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people would definitely benefited from the whole thing. Not in ways you'd expect, but I don't know. If we can't figure it out, I'm afraid the competition will have to be canceled. I mean, we can't risk having performers and other citizens get hurt on account of entertainment.
Well, when did this when did the strangeness begin?
Around 6 months ago. We don't know how or why. Mist suddenly starts to appear out of nowhere, it seems. It could be at random parts of the night, and suddenly people are seeing things. People typically try to stay indoors when that happens. Even Puff Tavern up there has been making a killing because of it, though. I mean, people go for a drink one night, and then suddenly the mist sets in, and people are like, I ain't going out there, so let's stay. Of course, there's other places benefited too, don't get me wrong. I don't want to point fingers or anything. It's just an example.
You know anybody who's seen this stuff? Like,
There is one person who frequently goes out into it. Though she's a bit of a loon.
Who might that be?
A woman named Madam Wisner. She's a self-proclaimed fortune teller. Claims that she's able to calm the spirits down and ventures in the fog every chance she gets. Tries to commune with the spirits, she says.
Can I get that spelled?
Yeah, I can put it in the chat.
Please.
The heck of a name.
Yeah. But I mean, she makes it out all the time, all right. Granted, I'm not sure what she's doing in there. I mean, some people see her on her way by if they end up in the mist. I mean, people have gotten home during the mist because of it. Doesn't seem to affect everyone who goes into it, but... I mean, I could point you in some directions. Perhaps maybe you could talk to people, or do your own sort of investigation. I don't really know. I mean, perhaps we'll figure out the solution before the competition begins. It's about a week so out.
I want to be part of this competition, so...
Well, I've got an idea.
Yes, we're looking into it for you then.
Well, I might appreciate it. If you find anything out, if you make any significance, I'd be willing to give your friend here a spotlight presentation of the show. Perhaps you could be the opening act for our main attraction.
Okay.
Clover, what's your idea?
Well, okay, so we're gonna need some nets, looks at Sherman, and a banjo.
Sherman begins reaching into his hat.
Please tell me you have a banjo.
I do have a guitar, technically.
That works. You just look folksy.
Wait, do you actually have that instrument?
Yes, I don't have proficiency with it, but I did buy a guitar at the beginning of the game.
That's fine. We just need you to be bait.
I will allow that to be a banjo if you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, Micah, you're so folksy.
You just look at Sherman. Well, what are you looking at me for?
You are bait.
Oh.
It's nothing personal. You look really folksy with that banjo.
No.
And no offense,
No,
but
this
you
is
look
before I
soft
pulled
and
it out.
chewable.
No, this is before I pulled it out. You just look at me. What are you looking at me for?
Sherman, I know you have a banjo in your hat.
You can't prove that.
Sherman, we've been over this. You have a mustache. You can play the banjo.
I take off my hat, turn my back, just kind of look and glare at you. Hear some rustling noises, and I just start pulling a banjo.
There was a bass guitar in my basement. Yeah, no, so my plan is if it's kidnapping performers, Micah, you look sorry, but you're small and chewable. You're bait. Clover will have eyes on you the whole time, but you're bait.
Oh yeah, I did buy this more as a joke, if anything, in case it ever came up.
And look at that!
Man, it came up so soon.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he bought it either. I'm just like, Sherman would look funny with a banjo.
I don't have proficiency with it.
That's even
but I
better.
just bought.
If you just start noodling on the banjo, maybe it'll come to stop you. So,
Alright.
we agree we're all hunting the musical Chupacabra?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
If you want more information, maybe head up to the tavern to Justin Puff. Man knows, he's a bartender. He is a thing or two. You can also go talk to Madam Wisner. Yeah.
Thank you, small mayor.
Well, hang on. If you want to, some people have to visit the doctors because of this. You could take the God, what are they called? What are those things that like they're the gondolas? You can take the gondola across to the other islands. I'll give you a pass for that if you're gonna look into it. You could go over to the hospital, the Rawwell Hospital. The main doctor there, Sean Rawwell. He hasn't been here too long, but he sees lots of the patients. He sees a lot of patients for this.
Well, above game, I think Clover and Chrysanthemum should go to the tavern, as I don't know, we may lack in the intelligence department. And Sherman asked questions of the doctor with Kuroshiro there, as well as buddy system, because, like I said, musical chupacabra. Let's not go alone.
Yep.
Yeah, we definitely need to keep at least with one other person as we're traveling around right now, even if it is not night yet.
I just put into the chat the names.
Is
by the way.
Sean the doctor or the mayor?
Sean Rawwell is the doctor. I'll put the mayor in there.
Okay,
too.
or else I will just call him small mayor.
I will put the mayor's name.
Fellow.
John Mayer.
Abraham Gold.
Yeah, no, with a name like that, I need that. And I just need to see its glory in writing. Yeah, so, Mike, are you okay with being bait if you were being watched like a hawk?
I guess.
Well, the reason it's you is because you could always drop it and burrow.
I don't know. Well, probably. I mean, if it's farmland, then yeah.
Yeah, like I'm saying, if we're on dirt, you could just drop and burrow, so you have the best way to get out if you get chupacabra'd.
The creature just shows up and roars in Sherman's face. That is an interesting point you make, but allow me to make a rebuttal. Bye.
Smacks his ass. I was saying, what, smacks him with a banjo?
No.
Because you don't
Gross
get
out.
back up if you do that to somebody. Hit him with a
There you
banjo.
go.
They don't get back up. Good.
All right.
Good.
So, we'll start with the group going to Pup Pup Tavern then, considering that's the closest place.
Yep.
Right. As you enter the establishment, it's very smoky. There's a strange smell in the air as you can see a bunch of people just sitting there with drinks. It's not too full considering how many, it's still about midday. But you do see a rather large pufferfish fisherman kind of.
I thought so.
Chrysanthemum just rubbing her eyes. I think the Puff Puff was, I think they weren't joking about it.
You see him inhale this vapors from his pipe. You see his body expand to this large ball size before it deflates again as he exhales.
No, I think they mean it both ways.
Just the caterpillar from.
I'm like,
Outerland.
yo, we going to a weed bar?
Are you?
I'm Joe.
Looks over to you. Welcome. How can I help you, tall ladies?
I want a juice and information.
Juice will be 100 belly.
I'll give him $1.
He'll take it. And information will be 200 belly.
Why we gotta pay for information? Heck, Clover.
Well, have you ever heard the saying, nothing's free?
No,
Chrissy.
but
Money
Well-
talks.
You're learning it now, sweetheart.
like you want your problem solved, right?
What problem?
The weird mist and the people disappearing and
Oh, you're looking into that problem. I mean, I definitely think it's bad for the community, but I mean, I am making money off of it.
of course you are.
I got love-hate with it. I hate to see people so scared, but I mean, people don't want to go out into the mist if they're here, so, you know, they stay all the night, and then they drink, and they smoke, and I get money from it.
So, Broden, now that we... Sorry, this is just for timeline, so before I can say the next thing Clover says.
Alright.
So, given that now we know the previous Empress before Boa, so Toritoma would be dead by now? Because she did die of love sickness.
No. This would
Okay.
have been... She would have just taken...
Okay.
She hasn't even been elected yet as the next Empress.
Okay, but I'll say she was still in the Kutupai. Well, I just basically tell Chrysanthemum. Remember what Remember what Toritoma said? If you want people to talk in man's world, you gotta pay him man's money.
Yeah, but I feel like it's a ripoff.
I've already given him more. I will already give him the money without just...
No.
Too late.
Mm-mm.
Alright.
If you don't stop Clover, she'll just do things.
Alright. What information do you want to know?
Well, you're the brains. I got you here.
Your turn,
Okay.
Chrysanthemum.
How many people have gone missing?
3.
3. What kind of people were they?
I don't think there was too much of... Well, there was a little... There's all sorts of different. There was a child who went missing, an older man, and a younger woman. None of them are related, as far as I know. I mean, it's a small town across the way, so they've probably known each other, but they probably, you know, haven't known each other, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but the mayor said something about it favoring performers.
So that may have been misheard. I said that he said that they did not specifically favor performers.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely misunderstood. That's why I wanted
Yeah.
to use Sherman as banjo bait.
You still can use him as banjo bait. He said that it doesn't seem to be gathering any others.
Oh, no, we're doing that. It's already been established. Micah, you're banjo bait.
Oh boy.
I mean, yeah.
Is there any kind of timeline? Like, does it happen on the same day every week or at the same time every night?
Every night, random times. That's why people don't, you know, if we could time it out, people would just go home before it happens. But sometimes it does, you know, sometimes it happens very late at night. Sometimes it happens very early at night. Sometimes
Is
in
it-
the dead of night.
Always after dark.
Always after dark, yes.
Can Sherman
They-
see in the dark?
You got that strange woman out there too, Madame Wisner.
Yeah, I know about that already. I need information I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you can talk to Anne Lowery. She's the mayor's assistant. She's the one putting on the festival. She's also looking into the situation, trying to be a private eye, if you will.
What kind of benefit are you getting out of this whole thing happening?
Money. Like
Why?
I said, people don't want to go because people don't want to leave. You want to go into that mist? Go right ahead. I know for hell certain I don't want to go in there.
Okay, don't bite my head off. I'm just trying to figure it out.
No, I'm not that dumb. So she said, go ahead, Clover. Okay. I'm not gonna, but I was tempted.
All right,
Anything else
look.
you can offer me?
You could also go to Camilla Seller. She's the head of the local police on the island, an ex-Marine.
Okay.
Alright, I think that's fair. I'll buy a drink. You've been okay.
Thank you. Give me 1 minute. Do that, and then this will actually open up. You should see in the Thane, a Thane for Flat Peak Island, and you see a Puff Puff Bar Inn.
Neat. I paid 100 for my juice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the sizer mead.
All right. You pay the 500 bear, and he'll pull up this large tanker as he fills it with this sizer mead, and he'll hand it over to you. Brew it
Ooh, that's-
myself.
Or my size.
I'm not gonna give a lady your size a tiny gansy glass. You need to feel the drink.
I agree, Clover. I kind of like this guy. Man, person, thing, what? Never mind.
Talking balloon.
I'm a pufferfish fishman, ma'am. Now, I'll have you know that is considered a slur among my people.
We learned what fishmen
Did I-
are this month.
Did I slur on accident, Clover?
Hey, it happens to the best of us.
Now, calling me a balloon is not exactly polite.
I say, just tell 'em,
But-
we learned what fishmen were this month.
I will say, you don't look like you're from around here, nor typical humans what I have seen, so I'll let it slide this time.
I'm shocked no one's commented on the giant snakes we keep.
We are learning. Trying to.
Good. Last thing we need around the world is more ignorant people.
Looks into the hard camera.
And as for your snakes, he reaches behind the bar, he just pulls up, he goes, don't worry, we have actually a pet collection of snakes here on the island. We're told to keep these for a donation. He pulls up these 2 rats and he just tosses them to the snakes.
See? This place makes sense.
Everybody hates fishmen for some reason.
Dog, they were not people for the longest time.
No,
Yep.
I know.
Now
I
in the
read- I
timeline,
read.
even you aren't people at this moment.
I read.
Yeah.
And I was
Is
like,
that-
oh my.
when the world government propagandizes that these are savage animals that will eat you, it's gonna work.
Yeah,
I haven't eaten anybody yet.
You haven't, but
some fishermen have.
some fishermen definitely
No.
have, because they can.
Yep.
I read some of the backgrounds on fishmen. I was like, damn, that's dark.
Yeah.
That's One Piece.
Yeah.
Nothing
All right,
bad ever
Trevor,
happens
let's-
to mermaids, right?
Didn't read about that.
Let's have a drink and work on this this flag before we move on.
All right. You two sit there and you work on the flag. We're gonna cut over to the Roswell Hospital. It's kind of an interesting trip for both you, Sherman, and Kurashiro, as you show your tickets at this gondola thing. Neither of you have ever been on one of these before. As you step onto the platform, you have a brief moment of, what the hell is going on? And suddenly the machine sort of carries you over. You feel this like dip as if it's about to drop deep into the nearly 200-foot drop ocean. And suddenly it just slowly starts making its way across this large gap.
I grabbed like the side really tight for a moment. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just gonna fall in the water or whatever.
Sherman's just standing right there, is just on the gondola with his bubble pipe. Afraid of heights, are you?
I've never been on one of these.
Well, neither have I, but still not the highest I've ever been.
So you can feel the wind kind of blow heavy against it as you kind of rock a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be falling at all. As slowly you're able to make it across to the main island. You do know you have to get on one more of these to get to the Roswell Hospital. But as you kind of make it through the regular parts of the small town, it's pretty nice. It's not near like the Roswell Kingdom. Not near as cold. People seem a lot more friendly. And the town just looks more rustic.
This is my kind of place.
I must say, this is a bit better than the last place we were, isn't that right, Kuroshiro?
I'd say so. I hadn't got anyone harassing me.
You actually, Kurashiro, as you're kind of walking through, you actually see quite a few people wave to you as you go by with smiles on their faces.
That cheers me up a lot, and I wave back and I kind of nod toward them.
And as you get onto the second gondola platform, you look to your left, you see this massive stage. As you can guess, that's probably where the festivities are going to take place.
Yeah, that's must be hell of a spectacle from there.
We must make sure that we help this performance go off without a hitch, as it were, and then perhaps be front and center of the stage for Miss Chrysanthemum's performance.
I agree. Hopefully she does better this time than the last time.
Indeed, she was upstaged by her own sister, which cannot feel good, I'm assuming. I'm an only child, as you see, but I can still get the idea of it.
Right. As you take off the second gondola and you make it to the other side, you see this very large, beautiful, pristine hospital building. It seems to be the only building on the entire island. As you look across to the fields, you see what looks like a bunch of herbs, most likely medical related. As you start making your way up to the path towards the hospital, as you kind of enter inside, it looks very clean and very pristine as a rather large, very large man, very rotund as well, similarly to the mayor, kind of waddles his way towards you. He goes, "Hello. How may I help you?"
Hell yeah.
Excuse me. 1 second. Sherman just kind of sneezes into his shoulder. Sorry, the sterility of this area has aggravated my senses.
Oh, don't worry about it. Please do sanitize, though, and he hands you a bottle.
Looking for a Dr. Rawwell?
Well, you found him.
Perfect.
Sherman will put the hand sanitizer on, rub his hands for a moment.
You
Robert
see,
Ulysses Sherman Jackson puts his hand forward.
pleasure to meet you. My assistants are currently working on patients and other medical-induced science. But you caught me at a good time.
Well, you see, we were asked by the mayor upon our arrival here to possibly look into the strange occurrences, as they were. And he pointed us in the direction of this hospital in hopes of speaking with any of the possible survivors.
Ah, well, we can't just let you go and speak to patients.
What if we say please?
I'm sorry, but I still couldn't let you. But I do appreciate the pleasantness. We see, we can't let people wander the hospital and risk of infecting any other patients. We have had some, though.
Well,
Are you
have they told
saying that
you anything?
Are you saying that the survivors are under the influence of some sort of sickness?
I don't know. We seem to be experiencing massive hallucinations. Quite fascinating.
Any common descriptions in the different hallucinations there?
Oh,
Each
I-
individual under?
I keep a detailed record of what each one sees. Of course, I can't let you see it because of medical reasons and all that. But, yes, each one seems to see something slightly different. It's very strange. Piques my interest heavily.
And
Now,
I
when you
take
say
it
slightly different, what do you mean exactly?
Some say they've seen monsters they believed when they were children. Others say they see past loved ones. Others say they see strange, godly creatures come to them, and others say demonic. Sometimes some even get into a frenzy and attack others.
that does sound very discouraging.
Oh,
Is
yes.
it just these hallucinations that's wrong with them whenever they are found? Do they
As long
have
as they-
actual injuries upon their person?
It depends if they were doing anything beforehand. Sometimes we have found them rather beaten, but typically that's from them attacking another person and the other person fighting them off.
Understandable. Hmm. And you're sure there's no way we might be able to see one of these people who are under this hallucination?
I'm afraid not, no.
Have any of them been released recently?
No. We have been keeping them in case of if any more exposure were to happen. We're not sure what would happen to them. We plan to release one after the festival to kind of gauge to see if hallucinations continue or if they're even more susceptible to such things.
Well, that is rather unfortunate that we cannot get more information, but I do thank you for what you were able to share with us.
Of course. Stop by any time if you need. If I could assist you with anything else.
I think we'll keep that in mind, sir.
Of course. I should get back to my assistants.
Had to ride the gondola back.
Yeah, you say if you're done, you would just take the gondola back over. You do. I would say that as you're kind of leaving, it's a well-kept hospital, but it seems pretty empty.
Would I be able to just make a insight check on him, like his general disposition, while we were talking to him about all the stuff?
Sure.
Yeah. 11.
11. I would say he seems a bit excited when he seems to talk about, like, his studying of it.
It seemed rather intrigued about the findings.
Well, a man such as him, who finds a new thing to study, I'm sure believes himself to be at a interesting crossroads, at a means of both helping people and presenting his findings to others.
But did you get the feeling that he was more into science and less into medicine?
I mean, medicine is a science.
You know what I mean.
No, it's magic. Voodoo.
You just pump something into someone's veins and it makes them better? That's magic.
Witchcraft.
Sorcery!
Oh god, it's like Dracula's wife.
Oh no, not Dracula's wife.
One.
They gave them a year to leave. No one listened. Well, unless we plan on trying to sneak in to check on any of the patients, which may not be our best interest as of this moment, we may just have to take what he says at face value.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we'll go see, how do you say her name? Camerlia?
Oh, the fortune teller?
No, the ex-marine, head of police.
So you guys wouldn't know about them yet.
Oh, I don't know about those. Oh, that's right. They got that information from Puff,
Yeah.
right?
So you guys would know the first ones. You know the mayor, the tavern owner, the local doctor, and the self-proclaimed fortune teller.
Gotcha. Then, yeah, fortune teller then.
Did he say where the fortune teller was?
He did not.
Ask
I'm sure
around.
about it.
And
Social
I'm sure
engineering.
a lot of people know of who she is, so...
it may behoove us to meet up with the others in an effort to coordinate the information we each have acquired, and then go from there.
Trying to avoid the gondolas.
Well, unfortunately, looks over the edge. You're not gonna have much luck in that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
If it makes you feel better, you can hold my paw. I've been told it's very soft.
Micah, platonically, I love you. Naruto references! I love that character.
I'm sure I'll get used to them. Let's go.
Quiet.
I love Pakun.
You make your way back across into the main part of the town. Clover and Chrysanthemum, how long do you say to work on that flag?
Okay, so I show her. We've been talking about this. I show her design number 2 with a big hopeful smile.
Close. Here, let me just takes design and scribbles some more. That.
We'll describe it for Broden. So it's a skull
Okay.
with snakes coming out of its hair like Medusa. And in its teeth is a carnation flower. And I'm going to explain the reasoning behind that specific flower.
A carnation flower?
Yeah, carnation. Red carnation. The reason behind that is William Tecumseh Sherman, the character that inspired Micah's character's name, is from Ohio. The state flower of Ohio is a carnation. You gave me idle time. I did research.
Perfect.
Thoughts? Above game, gentlemen?
Sounds interesting.
Yep. Everybody's thoughts on the flag?
I thought you were gonna do like a snake coming out of the eye.
One moment. We're doing good night hugs and kisses real quick.
That's fair.
Well, we want it to go cute, not creepy. So, Micah, can I drive my van into your heart?
No.
I know what Greg means, but I love it. It was just, he means that he's just gonna hit you dead on in the chest with his van. Okay, damn! Hey, Micah.
Yes.
Outside of her named episode, was Bismuth kind of pointless?
No, because she does show back up and helps them makes the ships to get to.
But Peridot could have done that.
Peridot did not have the construction capabilities to fix the whole ship. She
She's
had the technological-
ferrokinetic.
Okay.
Very
The
weak
only thing
ferro-
I could think is that we find a way to implement something from
Oh, I was gonna say it's not a white skull.
Kuroshiro.
I was thinking the snakes have his stripe pattern.
Yeah, okay, good.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Rather than being Maven or Marinara, the snakes have his really cool lionfish pattern, because I like lionfish.
Me too. I love the design of lionfish.
Mm-hmm. And the strong
Well, did
part
you hear
is
the
the
design
color.
for the flag?
No, I'm not there, so I can't agree or disagree.
This above game.
No, it's above game.
Above
Oh,
game.
okay. All right. Yeah. No, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Cat,
That way it
you
has
cannot-
one thing of each of us.
Cat, you can either design the flag yourself,
Ooh.
or if you want, give me a rough idea, and then I can see what I can come up with. But I'm willing to let you do it.
Give me a couple of days to
Got
rough
it.
sketch
You'll
some
have,
things
a,
out.
you'll
You
have 2 weeks.
You got 2 weeks. You're good.
It's fair. I got 2 weeks, so I'll rough sketch some things out. If I need help, I'll send it your way, and even then, I'll probably just send something your way to get some feedback.
All right. Cool. All right. But as you kind of come up with the flag design, I would say that probably took a little bit of time. I would say that Kuroshiro and Sherman, you make your way back to Puff Puff Tavern after not finding them over on the mainland. And you both kind of enter into the Smoky Tavern. You see the large fisherman, pufferfish fisherman look over to you guys. Welcome to Puff Puff Tavern.
Smoke rises, so Sherman's just walking below all the smoke.
Pretty much. It looks like there's clouds above you.
This is quite disorienting.
Ooh, I'll kind of wave the hand in front of my face. Wow.
So, were Clover and Chrysanthemum,
Hey!
were Clover and Chrysanthemum in the smoke, or were we just above it?
I think you're...
Smoke rises.
yeah, it rises, so I'd imagine you're either in it, you're probably the duck to be out of it.
Okay.
We see your ankles.
Stealth
What?
mode.
You see, the pufferfish fisherman kind of looks over to you, Kuroshiro, and goes, "Hey, how's it going? I don't get to see my kind here very often. I mean, I get to see the mermaids down at the dock sometimes when they come up, but
I don't get to see my kind anywhere ever.
why?
Last island I was out, I almost got eaten.
Oh, guy sounds like an asshole.
Tell me about
His
it.
name was Randy.
Randy.
Already an asshole.
Randy. He kind of looks at you with like eyebrow raised, like, wait. Just drive him for me.
Marine.
Yeah, yay tall, and he like gets about the average height for him.
Smarmy face.
Really? Huh.
He was harassing this kind gentleman for just existing, and then as he walked away after refusing my gentlemanly kindness, he said, "Kill him. We'll eat him later."
Oh man, Camilla's gonna be pissed. Anyways,
Assume they never didn't get along.
oh no, they got along. As in, that's his fiance.
He never got laid again.
That is, quite surprising that someone decided they wish to spend the rest of their lives with Randy.
No, you don't understand. When Randy's here, if we're talking about the same Randy, that is. When he's typically here, he's the nicest guy you've ever met.
I find that very difficult to believe.
Yeah.
Well, you have to understand, it's coming from the other foot here. I mean, I'm having a hard time believing what you're saying, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not gonna doubt you.
Above game, Sherman has no reason to say it, but just the idea of someone saying a statement, I know where I'd put my foot.
No, he did it. That was how we met him. He was gonna kill him and eat him. And then I tried to
Damn.
poke him. And it didn't work.
Well, I'm gonna have some words for him next time he shows up.
Might I
I'm sure
recommend
Camilla will
refusing
too.
service to him?
If you go to the Rashwan Kingdom and ask around, everyone's gonna say, massive jerk.
Rashomon Kingdom. Can't remember if that's where he's stationed. I'll have to check up on it.
I do know that he was just promoted to lieutenant.
Oh. With this information I'm giving now, I'm not sure if I'd be saying good or damn. I'm sorry. I understand you all have your own bias or your ideas on him. It's just so left field for me.
But anyways, I believe we digress from the original point of being here. Turn to Clover and Chrysanthemum and look up into a cloud of smoke. Are you two ladies up there? It's a bit hard to see. Yep, there you are. We did a bit of an investigation up there by the hospital. Seems as though those that have been located and survived are under some sort of hallucinogen, not hallucinogen, under a bit of strain to the brain, as it were. I believe
Insane.
things are happening that are not actually happening.
Insane in the membrane?
Weird.
Yeah, very possibly, Clover, very possibly. Though I am not a doctor, so...
We were also not able to speak to any of these.
Indeed, all of
Patience.
our information is secondhand from the good doctor himself.
Why couldn't you speak to any of them?
We were
Never-
told there was a risk of infection due to
Infection?
lack of knowledge.
I don't
I
Like
think it's because
it's
this one
contagious?
sneezed. I think it's because this one sneezed in his hands when he went in there.
Above game, I said I specifically sneezed into my shoulder.
Too
Same
late.
difference.
It's been established, Ricky. We don't know.
Huh.
Clover having no reason to doubt Kuroshiro.
This one
Ew.
sneezed there.
No,
How
no,
about
no,
that?
no, no. I'm keeping the original statement because there's no way he can prove you wrong.
That's fair enough.
Well, we found out that the head of police might have some information for us.
Who's that?
I guess it's the lady who's married to Randy Butt.
That's very...
Engaged.
Oh. Are we gonna have problems with her? Is she gonna try to eat me?
We may, if we attempt to interact with this woman, not bring up our knowledge of her betrothed.
Don't
in an
look
attempt
delicious.
to keep her focused on the situation at hand.
Oh, look delicious.
Don't look delicious. That is Clover's advice.
I'll make sure not to spread butter all over me.
Clover has an idea. She just goes and gets a Sherman-sized barrel cayenne pepper. Too spicy. No.
It's in the wounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that in your raccoon wounds.
God.
All right. So do you head over to Camilla?
I
Or
guess we tried
Camarilla?
to.
All right. You take the gondola back across. First hero never gets easier. What is Flora? What is sorry, not Flora? What is Chrysanthemum's and Clover's reaction to these?
So that begs the question, because we're used to high altitudes. Because Amazon Lily is mountainous.
True, but you never have ridden a gondola.
Never in a gondola. The closest thing we've ever ridden on besides a boat was a big snake.
Yeah.
So you're
Pretty much you're in a small room moving, and just below you is the vast
So
drop.
what? Con saves for motion sickness?
I was just wondering what their thoughts on it were. I mean, you could do a con save.
I'm
if you want to.
gonna do a personal intelligence roll to see if I'm even aware enough.
All right.
Nope, too stupid. I got a 1 after modifiers.
Clover, you're convinced of the island. Yeah, you're not moving. The island's coming to you.
Yep, I'm now Clover. I now have a Clover-centric view of the universe.
This is kind of high. It's just wood in between me and the water.
As you say that, you feel
That's
the
all the
gondola
time.
shake as the wind hits the side.
Sis, that's all the time. Boat is wood.
That's a fair fucking point.
That's
She's in the fear of sailing now.
But our boat isn't hovering 150 feet in the air, so.
No, Clover's was definitely
that.
he's right, but he's out of line. That was definitely my response. He's right. I'm right, but I'm out of line.
Eventually, you do make your way across Chrysanthemum. You feel a slight bit of relief as you feel the sturdy feeling as the gondola makes purchase on actual ground. As you all get off and simply ask for directions as someone points you towards the town police office, towards the front of town. As you're about to get there, Chrysanthemum, out in the distance, you can see the top of the stage out in the distance. It's massive compared to what was on the other islands.
God. Clover. Look.
I'll snap my fingers. Don't get distracted.
But
Ryan, I need you to persuade me.
Persuade you.
Yes, persuade
me.
You want me to pay attention? Roll persuasion on Clover.
Yeah. Here you go.
Okay, I have to make a DC. Okay, denied. Clover is distracted.
Where's the opposing roll?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you try to keep their attention, but Clover is clearly just looking at the stage and all. Chrysanthemum, you feel the want to go to it, but at the same time, it's like.
Now, lady, hear me out for a second. If we do not solve this issue, there will be no show and no chance for you to perform.
Oh my God, you're right.
Grinding of stone. Whenever someone brings up stopping Chrysanthemum from performing, Clover goes into full focus.
So it may behoove us to rectify this situation rather quickly.
Target confirmed.
As
And
fast
if-
as possible. Let's go.
And if not, I reach in my bag and pull out manacles. This. That is all.
We're
That for
gonna
what?
arrest the mist?
No. Never mind. Let's just do what we're doing.
Turns out there's sea stone, Micah, and it's someone with a mist fruit.
Ingenious. Kuroshiro, how did you know? Just the visual of spilled milk from Patrick. I just did.
The inner machinations of his mind are an enigma.
Yep. So I'm a strut on into the police station like I got something to confess.
All right. You open the police station door with conviction as sitting on a table with two people hunched over her, sort of looking at a map of the town. Suddenly, they all just kind of look up to you with a raised eyebrow, like, what the fuck?
Clover wave.
The woman sitting in the center waves back at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
We got
Greetings,
some
all.
questions.
Weird mist, people disappearing. What do you know?
We want fix.
Oh Lord.
Questions back. Who the fuck are you? What are you doing in my office? And why do you want to know about the miss?
I'm Clover.
I'm here to perform.
I just pat my excited sister on the head. Clover asking questions so she can perform.
Got it.
I
Clover.
think you are the Carmilla Sellers, then?
Yes.
Oh, we
Yes, I
have
am.
interesting information to trade you if you help us.
I think if she's the head of the police, she would have already spoken with the people. we
Shush, shush,
spoke
shush,
with.
shush, 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 shush.
Okay, then.
I'm gonna sit back and just watch this unfold.
I
at this
offer
point.
her vague information.
Sherman waits and watches.
All right. So, you're gonna tell me whatever information you have about the mist, because that is currently what
Oh,
our
it's not about the
investigation is.
mist. It's just information you'd want to know.
Look, the only information I need to know right now is my case.
Really, even about cannibalism. Okay.
Oh god.
Is it here on the island?
Hmm.
Closer to home than you think.
Sherman does give a bit of a snicker to that
Can I
statement.
charisma persuade, or is this just gonna be hostile?
I'll say charisma persuasion.
13. I at least want no hostility.
Arrest them.
Look, I don't have time. If it's something after I can deal with this, fine. But I have 2 weeks to solve a case I've been trying to solve for 6 months.
Oh, it's nothing you have to deal with right now. Like I said, you just would want to know.
Then
Sherman, I think
maybe
it's
we
best
can
you
talk-
step in at this point now.
Hey, I will just do shit till people stop me.
Sherman kind of walks past you. Clover, I think it might be better if we just cooperate in the situation to speed things along.
Okay, if she doesn't want to know Randy threatened to eat a guy.
Clover.
Like I said, I will just do shit. I'm a gremlin.
I will spit out my fucking
Kind of
beer.
just looks towards her whenever Clover says that.
She raises an eyebrow towards you, Clover.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He did.
Here's the victim as I gesture to Kuroshiro.
I'm just rubbing my forehead right now.
He expressed very direct racism towards our friend here, making statements such as wanting to see what he tastes like. But I do not believe that has current bearing on this disappearance situation.
I just
Okay.
wanted to ruin that guy's home life.
She takes a deep
down.
breath. I don't know who you are. I don't know how you may know my fiance.
Good news, he just got a promotion though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not one he deserved, but he got it.
Mm-hmm. We don't need the cops' help. We will just do shit. We are
This is going
pirates,
terribly
goddammit.
wrong.
She lets out a deep sigh, stands up, and goes,
I
"Okay,
have a 9.
Like a gun?
you have something to help with the case. Then tell me. If you're here to slander my boyfriend, leave."
The mayor asked us to assist in the investigation in efforts to make sure the performances can continue. We have been
Well, I'm waiting for the
asking-
assisting part.
Indeed. I
it.
assume you have likely already spoken with the gentleman at Puff Puff Tavern and at the hospital.
Yes, I've talked to Justin and somewhat talked to Sean. Yes.
Right, then I'm unsure of what we can immediately add to the situation. The original plan, looks over to Clover, was to come in and ask for any additional information for us to look into it.
Okay. You and you, she points to Clover and Chrysanthemum, get out.
Okay.
I'll talk to these two.
Clover has no respect for authority. Okay.
I'm gonna look over at them and go, "Why don't you guys go check out the stage? It's pretty big. Looks nice. You guys should go check it out."
Okay.
All right. You two go off look at the stage as Kirishiro and Sherman. She points to two chairs in front of her.
Sorry
I'm
about
gonna
them.
Climb up and sit on the chair.
They're not from around civilization, I guess you would say.
I promise you they mean well. Or at least they are driven to the point of their goals will produce actions that are beneficial to others.
Right. Give me one moment. She reaches under her desk. You see her pull up a bottle of brandy, pops it open, and just downs half of it. Puts it back, corks it, puts it underneath the table.
Gonna like hold out my hand a little bit, like, never mind.
Fuck the police.
Speak. What do you want?
As I said, the mayor asked us to look into it, and we were just asking around town in an effort to gain any information and in an attempt to solve this strange occurrences. So far, we have a mixed bag of information of seeing hallucinations, it possibly being contagious, people disappearing, which may or may not be them falling off the edge.
Yeah, it's been a mess. I can't even get most of my men to go out and explore the fog at night because they're too damn scared. I can't blame them. It is a little scary. I've gone out a couple of times myself. Haven't seen anything yet, but... I mean, I've seen that crazy fucking woman out there.
The self-proclaimed fortune teller.
Yeah,
Do
her.
you know where she might be? We were suggested to
She-
speak with her.
She is a hard one to pin down. She almost only comes out during the fog. After that, she goes and hides away somewhere.
What is she doing during the fog?
Seances. She lights candles, does dances, tries to, she puts in quotes, commune with spirits.
I see. And there is no connection that you've able to connect between all the people that seem to be affected.
Not that I can tell.
Might I be able to, understandably under strict information with the whole police force and whatnot, might I be able to look at the information of those that affected?
Yeah. Yeah, here. She'll pull up a case file.
I have a question as well. Did the doctor let you speak to any of the patients?
No. I've been able to search most of the town. The only place that I haven't actually had the time and or ability to search is the mayor's office and the hospital.
Search as an investigator, or are you looking for anything in particular?
Investigate mainly. Look for anything that may be out of place. Maybe anything at this point.
I think it would help immensely in your investigation if you were able to talk to at least a few of the patients. You might
Or
need
at
to
least
pull a little
check
rank
on their
here.
Condition.
I can try. It's hard. He's not a very... He's very selective of who he lets into the hospital. Which I can understand,
you know?
but...
Yeah. But secrets during an investigation raise questions.
I'm not sure of his
Indeed.
secrets. I know that he has a lot of experimentation with his own medicine at the hospital. I'm not sure if he just doesn't want, possibly that getting leaked or what. He's a very personal man. I mean, the mayor's the same way. His assistant's kind of a bitch about everything, but hey.
Aren't all assistants just bitches?
Yes, but Anne is particularly centered focus. The mayor is planning to retire soon. She wants his spot.
Wouldn't that be an elected office?
Yes, but she is in the belief that if she solves this case herself, she could convince the people to elect her.
So it is possible she may have some information that she has not provided to you, then.
Possible. She's a strange one.
Mr. Grinch.
I say at this point, as you're talking to her, you would notice a clock up on the wall. It's starting to get become nighttime. It's around 8 to 9 o'clock.
Okay. I
Perfect.
have a question.
Hmm.
Could I, with my bounty hunter ability, look through these files for anything that just sticks out as any sort of connection between all the people?
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check at advantage because of it.
Okay. Yeah. 19.
19. You go through the case files. You notice there's no connection seeming to be made with, like, who they are or what they know. Not family, no blood relation.
No profession or
No
visual
profession that
things.
seems to be the same. You go through the case files of, people she's been looking into. You notice that some people are rather new to the island. Maybe a couple months, maybe a year or two before the incident has been happening. You would know that through this, the Madame Wisna appeared not too long after the fog started, which definitely seems a bit odd. You know that Sean Rawwell has been on the island for only about a year or two now with his hospital. And you would also know that the mayor, Abraham Gold, definitely a good mayor, it seems, from his records, it does seem to have a nasty case of causing issues to solve them himself. Like, oh, there's an issue with the cows. Oh, he came up with a solution for the issue or whatever. But nothing in there indicates to, it's more political issues he creates that he solves rather than strange fog.
Okay. Well, it does seem as though you have hit a metaphorical brick wall in this case.
For the most part. As you can see, this is why I've been here for 6 months.
And no one has been able to stop and question this fortune teller lady doing seances in the mist?
No one will go into it.
That is unfortunate. Well, I think our immediate course of action may be to either persuade the good doctor to give us more information, or in a bold attempt speak with this fortune teller ourselves.
Alright. Talk to Anne if you need to, as well.
Yes, we may want to try and speak with this assistant as well. He will hand back all the papers.
Thank you.
I do assure you, we mean none of you any harm.
Tell that to your friend who it gave me a headache.
That is their personality.
Conqueror's hockey.
Mm.
Your
I
conqueror's
think
hockey is just annoyance.
Yes.
she was being a little cynical.
It's not good conqueror's hockey, Micah.
Yes, it was not the plan to open
yeah.
up relations with that statement.
She'll kind of look at both of you. Just look. I don't know if we're talking about the same guy, but my Randy, he doesn't act like that.
Is your Randy mainly located at the Rashwan Kingdom's area?
I don't know anymore. I know he's a Marine. I was a Marine at one point. I retired due to an injury. He continued on. He was always a nice person when we were a part of it. He helped everyone. Human, fishman, anyone.
Kind of look towards
He
Kuroshiro.
comes by here sometimes. He'll bring like bottles of wines, gifts, and everything to me. I mean, hell, he'll invite me down to the ship to have dinner with the crew.
I'm gonna kind of look towards Kuroshiro. You know, the more I'm hearing about this other Randy, it makes me less believe that it's the same one we've dealt with.
Would you mind telling me what he looked like?
Yeah, say Sherman cannot forget a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, about yay tall, slightly purple hair. Ensign, Marines.
Yep.
He changed a little bit after I got hurt. I mean, she'll lift up her leg from underneath the desk, and you see that from like the knee down, it is like prosthetic.
Oh dear goodness.
Oh, she's
what happened?
leggant.
Lose that in battle?
Yeah, pretty nasty.
And she doesn't describe. Does she describe what we saw Randy as?
Yeah, she I would say for Robert or Sherman, yeah, he depicts Randy pretty well.
Don't mean to pry, but what happened to you?
What, the leg?
Yes.
I was part of a Marine platoon. We were out in patrolling the waters. This was a little bit after me and Randy started dating. Sailing around, we had to stop a group of pirates. They were a mixture of humans and fishermen, and their captain grabbed a hold of me, and well, he bit it off.
Horrifying.
Was the captain a fishman by chance?
I would surely
He-
hope so.
I'm
He
just
was.
asking.
He was a great white shark fisherman.
Okay, so it's not Fisher Tiger.
I'm gonna look to Sherman and be like, and I'm gonna kind of whisper to him, the hate's becoming a little real now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe discuss this later.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I am very sorry you had to go through such a
Well,
harsh occurrence.
yeah, but I mean, I got to come home because of it.
Oh,
Gonna
so
put my
you're
hands
from
up.
originally around here?
Not all fishermen are the same. I'm just gonna say that now.
She'll look at you. I know. I don't blame fishermen for what happened to me. I think, honestly, maybe it was a good thing. I mean, if I wasn't strong enough to help take down that group of pirates, maybe I wasn't strong enough to be a Marine.
I mean, look, we get a bad rap as it is, and the few bad eggs give my people a really bad rap.
Hey,
And I'm tired of hearing about it, to be honest with you.
I mean, there's some really bad humans out there too. I mean, God, like the celestial dragons.
Oh, indeed. I'm sitting at a very awkward situation where no one really recognizes my lot, and so it's more of just acts of confusion upon my person.
I was gonna ask. I was a little afraid it would be rude. What are you?
I'm what is known as a mink man.
Okay. She kind of, you see her just open up a notebook and write that down. Like, oh.
But you could have said you had the mole fruit model groundhog.
No.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you two. She'll look at you, Kirishiro, and she'll pull out the bottle. Did you want some of this? You seem like you wanted some.
I would love a glass of that. Yes.
She'll grab a stein, put it on the table, and pour a drink of it and shove it towards you.
I'll put it back. That's good. Thank you.
My bullet.
Did you shoot a
Drop one of
guy?
my bullet. No, I dropped one of my bullet dice.
Oh, did you just offload the police station?
Oh, sorry, hair
As
trigger
she's
and all
reaching
that.
over the mug, I shoot her in the face.
Surprise attack.
What you
Fuck.
get for being engaged to Randy?
He just started shooting while
We're gonna
shouting.
ruin this guy's life one way or
He
another.
just started
Jesus
shooting while
Christ.
shouting, "Fuck the police."
Thank you.
No, I was messing with my bullet dice and I dropped one.
Well, if it's all the same, I hope you all solve the case.
Well, hopefully we can be some sort
there
of
is.
beneficial while we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Both for this town's words. Both for this town's effect and for kind of looks out towards the window. Our companion's efforts in her performance.
She really wants to perform.
She
She
is
should
very
talk
driven.
to the siren pirates then down by the bay. They're pirates, but they're good people.
One is driven for the performance, the other is driven so the other can perform. So I can guarantee you, solely in the act of making sure that happens, they will be directed in their actions.
Are they sisters?
It does appear so, yes.
I
Yes,
can
we
see
are.
that. I can see that. Alright, well,
So don't take their mannerisms as insults. They are the way they are.
yeah, well, maybe she'll understand someday how. I mean, she probably gets angry when someone talks bad about her sister. I'm sure she could maybe understand why I get a little upset when people talk bad about Randy.
I have
Completely
seen,
understandable.
I've seen her take skewers to someone's shoulder blades for that action.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Please just say, "Oh no, she kills them."
We're working on it.
That work's gonna go to waste, baby.
Alright.
Well, thank you for the information and the drink of brandy. It was a pleasure to meet you, and we'll obviously do our best to help you with this investigation as well.
Alright, if you need any backup if you think you find the target and need backup, let us know. We could assist you.
We will keep that in mind. If you start hearing gunfire,
We will make our way towards that.
I would recommend following that sound.
We will.
I got a horn. We're fine. We got this.
You have a horn?
He's a narwhal, surprise, motherfucker.
No, not that kind of horn.
I just look at you in confusion. What do you mean you have a horn?
I'll pull it out of my bag. This kind of horn.
What kind of horn
I like
is it?
to I like to imagine that it's a horn, but it's like a seashell horn.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it's like a conch.
blowing into the conch.
Yeah.
It's a conch. Yeah.
That could be very useful, yes.
Hey, could have been no surprise. He plays the trumpet.
I was about to say, if you just had a trumpet,
He blows a
He just
mean
blows-
piece of brass.
he just
No,
had a
it's a
trumpet.
conch.
Sherman just slowly pulls out the banjo and we start playing as we walk out of the police station.
Start playing some bluegrass.
Say.
Blue
As you
horn?
leave the police station, we're gonna cut to the last scene for tonight. As Chrysanthemum and Clover, you make your way over to the stage, and it is incredible.
Oh
You
my
see-
god.
You can see that the stage is actually a back end of a pirate ship, a massive one that was
We
cut
can
off
steal it.
and made
Oh.
into a stage.
Oh, like the Victoria.
Clover,
Pump.
Clover.
I
love it.
stabilize her shoulders. I know, but you cannot has.
It will be mine.
I mean, if you think we could lift it,
No, mine in the sense that I will I will dominate this stage.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I know we don't dig on the authorities, but I didn't think we wanted to steal this. I'm cementing that
No.
now. That's off the dome. Clover is now fully fuck the police.
Considering her 2 interactions, it would make sense.
Yeah.
No,
Down
we're not
with the
stealing
patriarchy.
it. I'm just gonna own it in a figurative sense.
Hold on.
Like, like I, when people think of this stage, they will think of me. Own it like that.
I checked for paint. Well, I could make it easier, but damn.
My name's on it. It's
Yeah,
mine
I
now,
was just gonna put her name on it. It's hers. Her name is on it.
So as you're looking at the stage, you can see behind the back of the stage a small number of what looks like performers, and you can also see what looks like 5 mermaids currently talking to each other. One significantly smaller than the rest of them. Looks like she's being helped by the others getting around. You notice that while they're on land, they're wearing these like bubble.
Okay, so yeah, they got the hover bubble.
Yeah, they got like these little bubbles that are going around their waist so that they can like swim.
Well, Chrysanthemum, is it weird that makes the most sense out of anything I've seen since we left home?
No, I kind of understand.
As you see 2 of them, while they're helping the much littler one, you see the other 2 kind of help her as she seems to be going through like singing, like practicing singing. Roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. 12.
13.
13. Say, Chrysanthemum, you're able to see that while she is practicing singing, is clearly taking a lot out of her. It seems like she might be not in the best health.
I just
my goodness.
nudge her. Dance to the music. Encourage her.
She's giving it
Yeah.
everything she has.
And you can too. Make her feel better. I learned a new word from Sherman. It's called solidarity. Don't know what it really means though.
Like you just use big words to make yourself seem smarter.
Yep, I'm just playing Goku.
Now you're just being transcendent.
No.
Yeah,
That's
these two
That's
together.
not what that means. That's not what any of this means.
Yeah, no, come on.
You're
Dance.
stupid.
Dance
Stop
with her.
being Stupid.
Encourage her that she's doing
Okay,
good. I'm
if you want
poking
to,
you
roll me
with
a
every single
performance.
word I speak, by the way. Right in the
Yeah,
rib.
no. Chrysanthemum's gonna listen, and she'll even pull out her ribbon, and give it the best she's got.
God, please don't roll a natural one.
Can I-
I know.
Oh, I know, and there's no way I can
Please
assist.
let my performance actually come through.
Broden, can I offer advantage by coaching her through it?
I would say no. You are not a
Good enough.
professional dancer.
I'm just her stage manager.
Kinda.
Oh,
Oh.
Natural
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Okay. First off, Cat
But
slapped her
don't
husband.
say.
He made that into
He
be.
did. Go hit him.
Spoke
It's,
it
it's
into
not domestic
existence.
violence if you're feral about it.
As you start
Listen,
dancing.
Listen, to be fair, you roll a natural one and still got a 10.
Yeah, I say nat one
That's
is not
still
a
pretty
fail. You're still
I know.
average.
I just not once has my performance actually shined through
Hey,
yet.
hey! Get this out now before you're actually on stage.
Yeah. Also, 10 is average.
10
Right.
is average.
I'm saying.
As you start dancing to it, you don't get her attention. One of the sisters seems to look over, sees you, gives you a small smile as if to say thanks, but like, as you see her start to you see the youngest mermaid just start to hamp up quite a bit as she starts singing, and they kind of have to. You see them start to take her away towards another area.
Take her to the brig.
Aw. I like her singing.
I would say it's beautiful singing.
Dear God, it's like Itachi.
And yeah, so is there anything that you want to do at this stage?
No, I just wanted to check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what we're working with. I'd actually try and like get like up towards the stage and kind of check it out.
Yeah.
Get an idea of my platform.
Yeah, as you do, you do realize there's plenty of room to do a number of different dances. Like, this thing is made for a show. Like, you guess that this thing probably never is cooking down. It's probably a year-round stationary thing. You notice new paint on it. It seems very well kept. And they, to the point where, like, they have people kind of surrounding it to make sure that you can't just like run up onto the stage and mess with it. But you are able to get close enough to like really see the scope of this. It'd probably take you it'd take you a bit to just run across the length of the stage.
I think I can work with this. I should find somebody to see if there's got to be a way for me to practice beforehand.
We could talk to the small mayor.
We could. Maybe there's a sign-up sheet like the other town?
That was more for a contest.
Just shrugs.
Well,
Say,
this is
you
the total
can
of the brains
see-
of this operation.
Yeah. You can see that the tents around you see more like food stands than anything like that.
We can always come back. Performance doesn't get to happen until we get rid of the mist monster anyway.
That's fair. I'll just practice in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think that's where we're going to call it for the evening. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you liked the Voyage 2 for One Piece Endless Horizon. If you enjoyed, maybe drop us a follow or check us out on YouTube. First episode of this is not yet out on YouTube, but it will be soon. I'm catching up. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to choose your role carefully.